All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safeway Liquid Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static, AM radio. It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go!
Shoot 'em down, turn around, come on, Moni.
Like, oh, data muncher? Num. That's right.
I feel alright now.
I can't believe
You
it!
gotta toss and turn and feel alright, and feel alright. I say yeah.
Pathetic! You are pathetic!
Yeah, 'cause you make me feel so good.
Gay.
So good. So good.
What? No, wait.
So fine. It's alright. Well, I feel alright. Yeah.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was
Shaking, moaning.
Hey, 6 o'clockers, get touched!
Shotgun dead and I'll come on moaning.
Hey, 6 o'clockers, get touched!
Don't stop cooking as I feel alright now.
Hey, 6 o'clockers, get touched!
Don't stop now, come on moaning. Come on, yeah, I say yeah. Cause you make me feel so good. Well, I feel alright.
And poor Bruce is sitting in the corner just saying, somebody love me. Gay.
Yeah.
6:08 on a Friday morning. What's up, Nasties? Oh, I'm very excited to be here. I got to ask TSN to change Friday Night Football. Hey, or I just go work for DAZN because they're going to have Saturday Night Football.
Yeah, that would be that. Maybe
Maybe that's the plan.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe that's the plan. Got to do it for EST. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it would make it easier.
yeah. Just
Better if,
Don't get too used to this Friday stuff.
No, that's true. This is like a very
It's a one-off.
rare.
Yeah.
This is a very rare Friday appearance, and it's only because I took Friday Night Football off because we're going camping on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So
So and you'll be gone next week as well. You're just,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're camping.
You're back
I'm coming
Thursday.
back Thursday,
and you're gone.
and then I'm
Friday.
flying straight to Winnipeg. Yeah. Anyway,
Get it in ya.
let's not waste this Friday. I'm very excited to be here on a
And
Friday.
what a Friday show we
Oh,
have!
it's a crazy Friday show. You'll never believe the show that we've got for you on a Friday. Dex texts in and says, Dusty's in on a Friday? You don't say.
Text me right there.
I got to tell you,
That's
this
it.
is a bit that just doesn't get old. It just doesn't, and it never will. It never will. All right, 7802. I'll say this. The inbox is busy this morning. Very early. The inbox has been moving since 5:28 this morning, where Andrea from Calgary got in. and said 3rd and 1 from the gun and then handing it off to run up the middle didn't result in the first down? You don't say.
Let's not talk about last night's game. Hey,
It was a
I think-
fantasy killer unless you had Coxie.
God.
Unless you had Coxie or the Calgary defense.
Hicks.
Actually,
I had a chance to get Hicks. Didn't take him.
my Fireball Bowl with the guys at TSN started Sam Hicks, started Calgary defense. I got like 36 points from those two last night.
That's not bad.
But yeah, the game overall was slightly sloppy, I'd say. Chad Kelly, 4 interceptions, gives no Fs where he throws that ball. It's his second 4 interception game of the season. In fact, is this his second 4 interception game against Calgary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before that, he was on that VA run of like no interceptions, right? Like
Yeah.
he hadn't thrown. And then you got the other quarterback last night, too. I just like,
VA, no touchdowns.
what a.
And I think Chad Kelly finished with 349 yards. Was his over-under not set at 349 and a half, or am I wrong on that? I think he might have missed it by half a yard, but somebody might know. 780-218-9999.
Speaking of over under, 63.
Yeah, we move it down to 63 on the. Now, it wouldn't work. VA didn't get the touchdowns
I know,
anyway.
but I mean, just everything last night
yeah.
was just such a.
It was just, it was a pretty entertaining game to watch because there was a ton of stuff happening, but it was
Quite
just
right.
sort of sloppy and not a great fantasy night. Like Dejon Brissett. Did you start Brissett?
Absolutely.
I
did.
started Brissett as well. 0 points. 1 target. 1 target. What is this?
But from an Elks point of view as well, big L for the Stampeders.
Yeah, big,
Against an East.
great result
that's-
for the Double E.
Yeah.
Great result for the Double E, or the Eds, as we like to call them after Ed Hervey was on the show. Somebody did text in the Ed Hervey ED logo.
Yes.
If people want to throw that on
Highly
throw that
dysfunctional.
on a shirt. Nielson Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Did you have Deshaun Brissett in fantasy last night? And he finished with 1 target and 0 points. And then you got so mad you went downstairs. Furnaces are always downstairs, right? There's never like an upstairs furnace, I don't think.
That'd be
Maybe
something.
I bet you there is.
Yeah.
I think you could probably put a furnace wherever,
A
I guess.
discussion piece in your living room.
Yeah. Get the new train
Right in the middle.
right in the middle of the living room.
Oh, excuse, this is my Weiss Johnson friend. Oh,
Is that a
walking around it,
fireplace?
you can-
Nope.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my furnace. It's a new train furnace from Weiss Johnson. Get 15% off any additional mechanical system if you do it at the same time. Toss in the air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit WJSportsTalk.com to book an estimate. Today, of course, you can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. It's the PJ's inbox. Flexible payment options such as do not pay for 1 year. Shop in stores. West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center. Online at ParisJewelers.com. They are Canadian. They are family owned. Klima's Lid says he won on Chad Kelly's passing yards. It was 341 and a half,
Wow.
not 349 and a half with our title sponsor of the EST over at Play Alberta. The total in this game before kickoff was sitting at 69. And it was at 67 and a half. Then it was at 68 and a half. It was sitting at 69. And I sat there, I'm like, from a betting perspective, I have to take the under on the 69. I just had to.
Yeah.
And then it cashed somewhat comfortably, I guess, a little bit comfortably. Because that has to be the highest professional football total ever. And, to think in a game that you would have had to have 70 points to hit the over, I was like, you know what? It was right before kickoff. I had a free bet, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to throw this free bet on this
A little
under.
bit of salvaging for yourself.
Yeah, it worked out. That worked out.
Klima's Lid in the nasty chat. My furnace picked off Chad Kelly last night.
Oh, Klima's Lid. Tying in the title sponsor of the show
That's a good, yeah.
with a CFL joke.
You texted in Paris Julie's inbox. Make it
Oh, he
official.
didn't text it
No,
in.
that's nasty
Oh,
chat.
you gotta text that
You
in,
gotta get
Klima's
that, text
Lid.
that in.
You gotta text that in. All right, 780-218-9999. We got a few things to discuss. We'll lay the show out for you in a second. Got to start with a stunner. Draft results are in.
Yeah.
And
What's your number again? 17? Or what's the
What the
your family number?
17?
17, so you didn't
Yeah,
even get
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Didn't even get that.
Yeah.
that
one
sucks.
of the most embarrassing numbers of all time.
What'd you get,
In their
13%?
draft. Yeah, it's 13-something%.
All right, first of all, let's do this. A conch for Reed Wilkins,
Yeah.
picking up the first standalone victory of
who
his
saw it
EST
coming?
draft career. Yeah.
Who saw that coming?
Okay, and then we were expecting Benny to be relegated after you saw the early voting results. But then Awanik sends out the text yesterday, and I think we should maybe ask for a bit of a recount just to double check. I know
That's
he won't
okay.
like that, but
Yeah, I'll take.
Lieutenant Eric gets relegated by 0.1%. As Quinn said before the draft on Wednesday, that you need 18.1% to avoid relegation, and you were at 18% on the nose, and you missed it by 0.1%.
Yeah.
Your thoughts? What's your reaction to this?
Yeah, well, I'm crushed. Crushed. It's really too bad that I won't have to take the time to prepare for subject matter and a topic that I really don't know too much about. And I love the next draft. It's going to be like favorite all-time Saskatchewan Rough Rider players. And I'll be out.
Best bars to go sit at the wood and have a drink.
I just know the next draft is going to be something great. I'm going to be missing it, but no, it's been a long run. Now you mentioned the scoring system here, and it's a little.
Well, I'll take this. I'll take this bullet with the commish.
We never really thought about it, though. I didn't really think of it
makes
until.
no sense to say that the cutoff is 18.1%. Right? Why are you at 18.1? 18% is not good enough. Like, to me, it should have always been, if you get through the 17%, you get to 18%, you're safe. Benny, does that not make more sense?
No, it makes total sense.
She's not going to change it now.
No.
But it always felt weird that if you got 18%, you're out, but 18.1%, you're still in.
I think we're fine for that for now, but let's maybe make that change
Yeah, moving
later.
forward.
Moving
Yeah.
forward.
But I'm cool. I
Right,
take the
right.
L. I think it's like when you get to a finish line, too. Like, once the nose
Yes.
touches,
Yes.
right? Like horse
Yes.
racing. You don't have to be, like, past it.
You know,
Yeah,
I-
right?
like, once you get to
once
18, you
touch
should be
it.
good.
Yeah.
I also think there's a theory here too, is that like the people on the show maybe dictate the viewership's take as well, because I mean, LT and I really pumped up Reed's tires because he made some fantastic
If
picks.
had we not done that,
Had we
maybe
not
our
done that,
fortunes would be a
maybe
little, yeah.
maybe we're both in this.
He
draft
might not
still.
have been relegated if
Yeah.
you guys weren't so praising of Reed's picks.
I mean, they were
That's what we're saying.
fantastic picks.
They were great picks.
Fantastic.
He was,
So-
the smart guy.
I
He's
just think it
smart
should be
guy.
under
He knows
18.
his movies.
Yeah, he
really does.
Film. He's film buff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Zip and Zap and all those people.
It should be under 18%. I
No, yeah. I mean, you're right, but I mean, I'll.
it just makes no sense.
I'm a big boy. I'll take the L.
Look, I think I'm more rattled than you're rattled because I've never done a draft without you sitting in one of those chairs, and it's scaring me. It's scaring me.
The one thing
I'm
I
going
hate
into a
is this-
draft without my guy
Is this
by
the
my
Reed
side.
Wilkins show takeover on the draft?
Well, it is now, I guess.
Well, it'll
But,
be
you know.
Now I'm going to be the underdog. You're going to have Reed, Coob, and Benny. That is the Reed Wilkins show.
Yeah.
Or no, Reed,
Jay.
yeah, and Jay. That's the Reed Wilkins show versus poor little me, repping for the Nielson show.
Well, but now, look at it this way, though.
Oh God.
The benefit, like the one thing that sucks is that I've been doing these since we started doing them. You and I have never. You've never been relegated. This is the first time.
Yeah, I'm rattled.
Now you can use me though in a role.
I guess I can.
In
Like
a
the whole show could be a
clandestine type of-
production
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
That's how
prepping for the draft.
I'm not
how
in
Reed
anything.
won.
And then if it does get out that I assist, you could say
doesn't matter.
I don't know this man. Like you just
When was the last time I was around this guy? Not on Fridays.
exactly. So I think moving forward, if we put our heads together, we could really kind of use this to your benefit, I guess.
Library Pat texts in and says, "You're right, Dusty, but nobody questioned the threshold beforehand, so fix it going forward and moving on." Well, I never questioned it. I always thought it was weird, but I never questioned it because I never thought it would come down to 18% or 18.1%.
Yeah,
you know,
we
it
hadn't
just
been in this situation before, and we never really didn't really dawn on us, I guess. But
Troll says, "Let's be real. It was the Coronation Street picks, like LTE said. The 65 plus don't vote online."
that probably did get me in the end.
Jordan texted in earlier today and said, "Hashtag justice for Coronation Street."
It's a violent program.
So that was
No,
yesterday.
I mean, all the drafts I've won, nobody remembers them, right? But
I don't
one we
remember
will
half the
remember.
drafts
I know,
I've won either,
That's
but-
what I'm saying. Like, there's no.
You're right. This one you will
We
remember.
need something. I mean, hot takes, you get the mitt. And I'm damn proud to have the mitt.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually,
we have nothing in the drafts.
No.
No belt, no bull of a watch, a suit.
that might be changing. I was looking
Now
last.
it's
I was
changing?
Yeah, I know. I was looking last night. I know it sucks for you. I was looking last night at wrestling belts.
Yeah.
with the big thing in the middle.
Yeah.
So I was looking at wrestling belts, but then I also found it's like a wrestling belt middle piece, but then it's got the chain.
Oh, yeah.
And you wear the chain with like the wrestling belt championship thing.
Like, if there was
It's like
something to strive.
$170, but it'd
Easy
be
money.
custom made. It would, and I'll send a note to HR Daddy for approval. But I do think we need something for the champion of the draft.
We need something. We need to keep track of like wins and where just so that there's something
better system.
There's something to be proud of.
Leaderboard.
Yeah, something like that.
It would be nice if we could go back to all of the Nielsen Show drafts from the old place and just see who won all of them.
Retro.
Now, there might be a way, because that draft had its own account.
Yes.
And then
If you
the
search
new
up
ones
the
would all be, you'd have to
#NS
go
draft.
through every single draft to track it down.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it
I have
doesn't
nothing
say
but
who
time now.
technically- It's just going to be so strange sitting down over there and looking at Coob, Glue Guy, and Reed. I can't get my head wrapped around it.
Well, again, we'll get you a little earpiece, and I can
that's
be
a
in
good
the
idea.
like.
Yeah.
I think this has got legs, baby.
Well, I mean, multiple times during Reed's pick, he says, "My friend Jay told me to take this."
Well,
So
very smart though, Reed.
Very smart.
Very, very smart.
Very smart.
Outstanding picks. Yeah,
He really didn't need help.
look at this one, Josh.
but he did. And he did.
yeah.
I don't know.
Josh from Rosalind, which has got to be like a really small little hamlet somewhere. Or is that a neighborhood in town?
Let's
Rosalind.
find out
What's
here.
Rosalind? Josh from Rosalind texts in and says, "I feel awful. I listened to the whole draft, had every intention of voting, and I cost Lieutenant Eric his chance to gain that 0.1% by not casting a vote."
Oh no, a spoiled ballot. He is 30 kilometers southeast of Camrose. That's where Rosalind
Okay.
is.
All right.
No, I am. It will suck not having to go through the unnecessary prep time, and then when the draft is on, kicking back, relaxing, and watching without the added stress.
Right.
And you can be real chirpy too.
Well, who's
Like some other people like to
Hashtag
chime
vote
in
for
on
LT.
that.
Maybe I'll buy a seat. Maybe I'll get a flex pack of sorts, and you and I will sit in the peanut gallery, and
Yeah.
because then we can do whatever we want.
Whatever
we can
we
chirp the
want.
commish. We can chirp them.
Do whatever.
Now, like we're off.
Off the hook.
We don't need to be in our best behavior.
Who's the real vote for LTE now? We find like Jay's.
You know what? I would say this. Awanik should bring you in as an analyst.
Oh.
Pre and post draft.
A retired drafter.
You're like a retired draftee who's out, who gets that time to come on the panel.
Oh yeah. Like,
I'll get a big
like Jake
Justin's
Allen in the
ring to wear
playoffs.
too
Yeah,
for one of
yeah.
my prior victories. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
Jake Allen in the playoffs.
yeah.
Nasty Kenne texts in and says, "Lieutenant Eric this morning, if only Coop had actually died."
Well, he did.
I feel for Rosalind Josh because I've been there. My dad was running for school board council. Do you know this? I think I told you the story. He was on the school board in Cranbrook for a number of years and was actually like the main guy, the chairman of the school board. And he was running again. And he told me, he's like, "Hey, I need you to come back from Lethbridge, gather up some of your buddies, and go cast a vote for me for the school board." And I was like,
stuffing the ballot box.
I was 20.
Busting him in.
I'm like, I'm not coming all the way home to vote for you on school board. You're the chairman. There's no way that you're not getting in again. I still feel bad about this to this day. So they do the vote. Everybody votes on it. He ends up missing out on getting on the board again by 7 votes. And he goes, "I told you, if you would have come home and got some of your friends," and he still cheers me on that to this day. And I feel bad. I should have come home. So if you think you're going to go vote, if you think your vote's going to have an impact, just realize that it does. So he was off for a term and then he ran again and got back in and was chairman again. But yeah, that was 24 years ago. He won't let that go.
I do like him bussing though votes in. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's
by
that's
the
just
carload. Like,
get me and the boys a limo bus and we'll come in and vote for you. Won't remember a thing, but we'll vote for you. And then we'll go back to Lethbridge.
Colin the Amishman says Chad Kelly was sending Benny and LTE ideas to avoid relegation, but they never made it to them. More
Well, that's a
Chad
good
Kelly
one.
getting.
I got a lot of
Like-
time for funny Chad Kelly interception text
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Who had that as a path to a possible victory today for text of the day? That's interesting. All right, Nielsen Show, 6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Six o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell. They're your power play specialists. They've got the gear you need for your next electrical project. 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime at ewell.ca, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Tapwater texts in and says, did LTE just put out a hit on Josh from Rosalind by saying his location live on the air?
well, close too. Yeah, I'm sure.
I would say if you know Josh from Rosalind, go give him a good slap across the face.
I'm sure if you go to Roseland, he wouldn't be hard to find.
Yeah. Hi, is Josh here? Oh, yeah, that's
Knock
his
on
house
all
over
5
there.
doors, and you will find him eventually.
Last call says, who got Goose from Top Gun in the draft? I did in the third round.
I was also going to take Maverick in the who should have died.
Oh, Maverick
That would have been,
definitely should have
like,
died.
should have died.
When he was going like 10, Mach 10.
Lots of.
Yeah, he totally should have died, yeah.
But I stand by Super Dave Osborne.
Jordan texts, I also liked your Vince McMahon pick.
Well, that was a rushed one.
I know, but that was a good fallback plan. Jordan texts in and says, Dusty, you didn't vote for your dad? No wonder he sold you a lemon car.
Dude,
that is true. My
do
first
like
Ford
bringing up that
Explorer
car
was like a
sale.
mess right away. Yeah, so I guess we're even. All right, let's give you your morning announcements today. All right, morning announcements today brought to you by the Rundle Park Short Course with affordable rates for juniors, seniors, and adults. The walkable Par 58 course, stress-free with a great family-friendly atmosphere, perfect for all skill levels, but ideal for shorter hitters and those who are just learning the game. Plus, you can snag a smash burger at Shorty's after the round. Check them out on Instagram at Rundle Park SC. That's on Instagram at Rundle Park SC. I know people were asking about the Nasty Bash song for the year. So I sat down last night, got in the old laboratory, the lyric laboratory, and I finished 2 songs last night.
Oh, jeez.
So Nasty Bash song for 2025 has been sent off to production. And then I also realized that I was about 20 minutes away from finishing up that song I was talking about a month ago, which is the summary of Stan Bowman's first 2 years here. And when I did that one, and it's a banger, you're going to absolutely love it. I was like, well, I had good free agency, and maybe we shouldn't play a song about him sucking for 2 years. But then I realized it's part of the story, right? It's part of the story.
The Ballad of Stanley Bowman.
It's the first 2 years. You have to be held accountable for that.
Yeah.
And then maybe in 2 years, there's a great song written about Stan Bowman. But the bottom line is the first 2 years were pretty much subpar. So I've got a song coming about that as well. Both of them should be ready mid to just past the midway point of the month. So that's exciting. Got
Keep
that
adding
last
on
night.
to it and make it like 10 minutes.
Well,
like
you
the
could
wreck of the
actually.
Edmund
There's enough
Fitzgerald.
walking around here that if he all of a sudden does win a Stanley Cup, I could continue to add on to it. So we got 2 new songs coming in the next couple of weeks, which I hope you're very excited for. I think both of them are very catchy. One of them I would say is a karaoke banger. I know for sure it was sang when we were in Mexico at the karaoke bar. And it's one that everybody likes to jump in on. Benny, how was the golf tournament yesterday?
Oh, it was awesome.
Matty Iwanek?
Bruce Simpson and his daughter, Erin.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
it was awesome. It was, Blackhawk is a ridiculous course. The best course I've ever played on, not even close. Yeah.
Stayed for the supper, too.
I did stay.
You stayed for the prime rib supper.
I stayed for the prime rib supper. Incredible.
Yeah.
Prime rib was incredible there. They also had chocolate cake after. That was also.
Chocolate cake after a prime rib supper?
I mean, come on.
Does that make up for the previous day in your life?
Like a good bounce back, that's for sure.
Prime rib supper, chocolate cake.
What were the accompaniments? A little potato, a little veg?
I bet you there was broccoli.
They had everything. Yeah. They had everything. Didn't eat any of that. I prime rib, some
cake
buns.
You just had a slab of meat.
That's a mac and cheese. Their mac and cheese was awesome.
Mac and cheese with a prime rib supper?
Yeah. Yeah, it was that good. The course was incredible. Yeah, again, a huge thank you to Bruce Simpson and his family. We had a fantastic time. I think we golfed for like 4.5 hours.
That's not bad.
For 18. Yeah, well, it wasn't bad at all.
That's pretty reasonable for a tournament.
Yeah, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
What'd you guys shoot?
We shot as a team 1 under. I golfed decent. Matt was pretty good, and Bruce was solid. Bruce's daughter, it was her first time golfing, so she was learning to golf for the first time. And I mean, imagine what she can say. I only golf Blackhawk. That's not
bad. Yeah, that's the only course I ever played.
Really good contact hitter for first time playing. Really good. So,
really?
Yeah. But
who was the star of the team?
Maddie for sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So you guys shot. Did you shoot under par?
Yeah, we shot one under.
Okay.
So he's gonna be
decent.
feeling good. Coming
Oh,
up.
he'll be feeling good. There was like
Peacocking all over the
he had
place.
like he had a brief like 2 to
Matty
3 hole.
Vince McMahon up the stairs today.
up the stairs.
Yeah. He had a brief 2 to 3 hole hiatus where he just like wasn't himself, but then he got back on track. I had a 320-yard drive. That was pretty
What?
sweet.
Please, come on.
No,
come on.
Hey, before, hey.
Oh, I didn't know Bryson was producing the show today.
No. Before I say it, but like it was crazy elevation on the shot. Like we were on like the edge of a mountain.
Okay.
And
Yeah, that
it
changes
had-
things a little bit.
Yes. I almost won longest drive on it. I almost did. There was a guy about 10 yards ahead of me or 20 yards ahead of me.
Well, you know what? Here's the best part. Bruce or Wannick can't confirm
Yes,
this.
exactly,
Right? It's not like it's
exactly.
just let's say an old wives' tale.
No. And it was like it happened to be. Yeah, I was in the perfect spot. And got a hold of it. So it was an awesome time. I can't say that I will ever golf Blackhawk again because it is a damn hard course to get on. But if I do, I'll be very lucky. It is a fantastic course, and it was a great time yesterday.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time. You were watching Slow Pitch last night.
Yeah.
Was it a big dub?
Yes, big dub for the wife's team. Big dub
win.
for me as well. Big L for the Mosquitoes though, who were decent at the beginning of the night, but once the sun kind of went,
The Mosquitoes took the L, or you took the L because
I
of the
took the L
Mosquitoes?
because of the Mosquitoes.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
they
sucks.
provided an L there, but no, a great night out at the Diamond, and yeah.
Big Red Oil texts in and says, not sure you guys can get pictures, but my wife makes custom 3D printed championship belts and hype chains, plus a few other things, fully customized in your colors with your logos. Not sure you can get photos, but I can tweet it. I used to see that photo.
Yeah,
We're going to need one of those.
It's not bad.
That's going to be the championship belt.
It looks good quality.
Hey,
Not
yeah.
the Disco Ducks one, but
No, I don't want the Disco Ducks one, but an EST one, like a
Yeah.
real customized with our colors and everything. Going to have to do that. Big Red Oil, email me, man. Dustin at EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
we don't have like a draft logo yet, an EST draft, like official kind of.
No, we don't. But Tube
we should.
Socks, if you're watching or listening this morning,
Probably get one.
EST draft logo. That's what do we have an EST? No, I don't think we do. And if we do, he'll send it to us. But yeah, email me, Dustin at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Let's make that happen and get one of those in nice EST colors and stuff. That could be pretty good. Library Pat Dixon, it says, Awanek's bionic shoulder has turned him into a golf master. You don't say.
Oh yeah, that's right too. The wing.
All right. Keep your You Don't Say text coming in, your Chad Kelly INT jokes coming in. We got off-season, coming up next.
off-season.
And we're going to crack some packs for Wayne Sports Cards. That's all on the way as well. If you're listening over on 95.7 this morning, thank you very much for being here. Tell your friends about the show. We think they'll hopefully enjoy it, just like you, unless you hate listening for some reason. You're going to get a couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update, then you're back with us. If you are watching on YouTube or you're listening on TuneIn or you're listening on iHeart today, we do have a sports update with LTE brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit them in store at 10707 184th Street on the West End or online at ParamountFlooring.ca.
Brady Lidster's 11-yard field goal with 11 seconds remaining capped a wild fourth quarter, which saw the Argonauts defeat the Stampeders 33-30, kicking off Week 10 in the CFL. With the win, Toronto improved to 4-4. The loss drops Calgary to 4-5. Week 10 will continue tonight. Friday night football tonight on TSN as the Rough Riders at home to the winless Red Blacks at 7. The Elks, they'll look to get back in the win column tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock in Montreal when they face the 7-1 Alouettes. Toronto Blue Jays letting it slip away late as they fall 3-2. What a
First of all, you can't wrap it up, and then the game ends in that fashion.
yeah.
Somebody trying to steal third, and you throw it into left field. And that just sums up their season. It's ridiculous.
My dad had to go for a walk afterwards.
I like that. I love a good elder walk.
Got to go for
Yeah.
a walk. They are now 3.5 games back of wildcard spot after a 3-2 loss to the Cubbies yesterday afternoon. They will visit the Phillies to begin a 3-game series tonight. 4:40 first pitch. Jose Soriano mans the mound. Back over to football, Jahmyr Gibbs becomes the NFL's highest paid running back. He signs on to a 3-year, $75.75 million deal with the Lions, $51.5 million guaranteed. Preseason action kicking off last night, 33-30. The Panthers take it over the Cardinals. The preseason schedule will continue next Thursday with 6 games. Over to the hardcourt, Stingers letting one slip away late as well. The Vancouver Bandits would prevail 92-83. In that Western Conference semifinal, the Bandits will face Winnipeg tomorrow at 1:30 as the Sea Bears defeated Saskatoon 99-88. Over to tennis, Leylah Fernandez will face Mira Andreeva in round of 32 action later today. In women's singles, PGA Wyndham Championship, second round action underway this morning. Hlinka Gretzky semifinals get underway later this afternoon at 1 when the USA take on Slovakia. Canada will face Finland 5 o'clock down at Rogers Place. And back over to the Diamond, my wife hit 4 RBIs as their team beat the other team last night, score unconfirmed. Sports Update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit the men's store, 10707 184th Street on the West End, or online at paramountflooring.ca.
Having some beers. Laughing so hard you just are in tears. Sunday afternoon, what should you do? Hop in the hot tub for some peekaboo. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around. Hot tub peekaboo, it's going down. Hot tub peekaboo, where are you now? Hot tub peekaboo, better not drown. Family's coming home, just 10 minutes to play.
Wings, beers, and a hot tub.
Trev's favorite day. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around. Hot tub peekaboo, it's going down. Hot tub peekaboo, where are you now? Hot tub peekaboo, better not drown.
Very impressive. Taken a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. At this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine.
Girl, I can't understand it. Why you wanna hurt me?
That's why it's the Stanley Cup.
After all of the things I've done for you.
It's hard. It's hard.
I buy you champagne and roses, put diamonds on your finger.
6:37.
Still you hang out all night. What am I to do?
Dance Party Friday right here on the Nielson Show on 95.7 Cruise FM, on iHeartRadio, on TuneIn Radio, at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and over on YouTube as well. If you're watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today. And if you've not yet taken advantage of the Popeyes Big Deal, you're going to want to do that right away. It's the $5.99 big meal for a limited time only. Mini chicken sandwich or 2 tendies, plus a biscuit, fries, and a drink. For just $5.99 at participating Popeyes locations. And, of course, Edmonton Sports Talk all day long. And we will be live all throughout the day on all of our online platforms, brought to you by Play Alberta. At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games, from blackjack to baccarat. Your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. Tube Socks has texted in the logo he created 3 years ago for the EST draft. So we've got that we can put on to the championship belt for drafts. The guy whose wife is making that belt says, sorry, I was driving. Can you share that email again? My memory. It's pretty easy, man. Dustin, that's me. Dustin at Edmonton Sports Talk. That's us. .com. Dustin at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. And we'll set something up there. I saw somebody over in the chat saying, like the mosquitoes, they got weird reactions. Yeah, Bob Loblaw and Lloyd says, mosquito bites are killing me this year. Very bad itch, which eventually burns. And then the red mark just gets huge. Do you have a weird reaction to mosquito bites at all, or do they just get itchy?
No, they just. In fact, I haven't really had any. Like, there's been a few that itch for the first like couple minutes,
And then so you haven't had. Oh man,
You know what the key is?
You're lucky.
Human saliva, your own saliva. I don't know about some. I've never tried
Come
somebody
on,
else's.
come
No, I'm serious. And
So
I
when
don't know-
you lick your mosquito bites?
yeah.
What if you got one on your back?
Well, then I would.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I
kinda-
guess you could do that. Yeah, I thought you had to have somebody else lick
I'm
your
going to
back.
start jarring my spit and selling it on the black market. It's like a spray, a topical spray. Could you imagine?
Benny, do you have any bad reactions to mosquito bites?
No, not really. Like, I mean, I think I'm very normal. Mosquitoes, I'd say, are moderately attracted to me. Trevor, it's bad. Trev and I went to Jay's place, and like my legs were like all right. Trev's like it looked like he got stung by bees.
You must be having too many bananas. Right? Bananas. If you eat bananas, it attracts them. So the Nielson boys, Marshall, his mosquito bites get like big and red, like massive, like big and blotchy. My mosquito bites, this is gross now. If you're having breakfast and stuff, my mosquito bites like pus.
Oh.
There's like a golden amber that like comes out of my skin. It's like a low-key Spider-Man thing. Like it's weird.
It's like reverse Jurassic Park. The mosquito
pretty
and the
much.
amber. Like you're kind of.
But like if I start itching them, like I'll wake up the next day and there'll be like a little yellow amber pus at the edge of the mosquito
Have
bite.
you tried shooting webs?
No, not yet. It'd be nice if I had one right here. I could try. Yeah, I know I can't be I can't be the only one.
Those Hamptons mosquitoes, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody else has to have mosquito bites that eventually ooze out golden amber. I can't be the only
You should
one.
try bottling that.
I should
I'd
try.
probably.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I wonder how much I could charge for my mosquito bite amber.
It's like a new fuel, a new type of like low grade. Like
You can actually run a million homes on it.
you can operate.
Yeah. Burgerler's in it says the itch was worse this year. It's a consensus in my family. All right. Well, you can keep those. You can keep those coming in. La Bamba guy with a good suggestion. Whoever is the current owner of the EST Draft Championship belt has to wear it every Friday on their show. Or he says Thursdays for you, Dusty, if you win. So yeah, that's funny.
Well, you got to wear it on the Friday Night Football broadcast. I think.
Oh, of
That's
course.
fair
Yeah,
is
right
fair.
on my
Yeah,
shoulder.
yeah.
It's a shoulder thing, right? You put it on your shoulder and then you carry it around. All right, let's dive into off season. What off season?
You don't need a reason to keep people pleasing, treason, reason, keys and sneezing.
It's off season, what off season? 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 It's off season, what off season?
Dex with a good text. He goes, "It's the Midas pus." Oh, you guys are on fire today. Off season, what off season is brought to you by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They're the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and the Northern Alberta area for over 50 years. If you want to do business with beauties, Cam and the crew at GCL Diesel fits the bill. All right, the Koivunen deal yesterday had people all in a fuss.
As it should.
Ville Koivunen of the Pittsburgh Penguins signs a 4-year deal, or an 8-year deal, at $4 million per. And I know many of you, I mean, like a hardcore hockey fan would be like, oh, Ville Koivunen. Okay, that's interesting. Many of you right now are probably listening to your radio or your streaming device and going, Ville who?
There's a lot of tweets underneath that Penguin tweet announcement.
There was some, the reaction to this was, I'd say, hilarious. So he has played 47 career NHL games, has 2 goals and 14 points. He's 23 years old, put up 41 points in 34 games in the American League this year, and had 56 points in 63 games as a rookie in the American League last year. They obviously are 100% certain he's going to be like a top 9 guy for the next 8 years. So they give him 4. I'm very interested to see how this ages. Like, In 3 years, does he have 20-goal season and 45 points? And people are like, oh, this is a bargain.
Who's laughing now?
But Benny, your thoughts on this and the reaction online yesterday was hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny. And it's funny too because like two of my best friends are Pittsburgh fans.
What did they say?
So I was with them last night. I'm like, so what's up with that? And they were both very, very high on him. Like I heard about him probably like more than I should because I'm friends with him. They were talking to me about him like early this season. They were both saying, still crazy risk. Like you're giving an 8-year deal to a guy that has 2 career goals in the NHL. Just ridiculous. But at the same time, though, like, yeah, like if he turns into a top 9 guy and like, let's say he just scores 10 goals a year, $4 million in a couple of years, man, like that's really not the end of the world. Especially if he finds a role in a team and provides a role outside just scoring goals, man. Like it's not.
It really
the
only
worst.
backfires if he's a bust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I'm looking like the kind of comparable deal for a guy that's in a different state of his career, but like Trent Frederick, 8-year deal at under $4 million. Like I think we all looked at that deal and it's still, yes, a bad deal because he's put up 4 goals and whatever it was, 6 points this year or whatever it was. But that's still like, even if he turned into a role player, like under $4 million for a guy, like that's not the end of the world, the cap going up. So I don't think the deal is that crazy. I don't mind it, but yeah, you're taking a big risk on someone that hasn't proved anything really in the NHL. And I mean, that's kind of just the way the NHL is going now. It's like if you're banking on potential, and that's what Pittsburgh's doing.
Like, the way the league is trending, $4 million is a 4th liner in 6 years.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, I mean, if he can become a guy who gets you 15 goals a year, it's actually, a pretty good bet by the Penguins. Now we talked about it yesterday on 2 Guys, and I did that with Gager. Hernan's with me on Oil Stream today. And we get into it with Hernan as well, but let's dive into it here on off-season. What off-season? I asked Gager this yesterday, and let's get everybody's thoughts on it. I said, would you do that? Like, so, look, many of you haven't heard of Ville Koivunen, but he was the 51st overall pick in 2021. So he was a mid to late second rounder in 2021. He's 23 years old, like we mentioned. He's only played 47 games, and he has 2 goals in the National Hockey League. Now, I know many of you are going to go, oh, well, you can't compare this guy to Ike Howard.
I was literally going to bring him up.
However, Ike Howard is only a year younger, has only played 29 games in the NHL, also has 2 goals, put up a somewhat comparable season in the American Hockey League this year as well with 50 points in 47 games. I asked Gager yesterday, would you give Ike Howard this deal? I said I don't think Ike Howard would take it. I think Ike Howard probably views himself a little bit higher than maybe he should at this time. Now he was the 31st overall pick in the draft, so he was only 20 picks higher, and it was only a year later. Howard wouldn't do it, but I asked Gager, I said, would you sign Howard to this exact same deal? And Gager says no, he wouldn't. Because he's like, do you know that Ike Howard is going to be a full-time NHLer? And that's the risk that the Penguins are taking, that the other guy could be a bust. But Rick, if I told you right now you can get Ike Howard for the next 8 years at $4 million per, are you doing it, or are you going, actually, we have to see if he can play in the National Hockey League regularly?
We need to see if he play in the National Hockey League, and Benny made up a good point. I mean, this guy can there are certain roles that maybe he could fill. I don't know if Ike Howard's toolbox
that's the big thing
is
too.
broad enough to say, well, if he can't do this, he could do that, or if he can't do... Ike Howard has a specific set of skills that you would like to see flourish. If that doesn't hit, well, then where does that leave you with the players? So, I mean, it's tempting, but I think for Howard's camp, as you mentioned, he's probably looking for a little more. And from an Oilers fan or management point of view, you're looking for a little more in terms of what he brings to the table specifically, as opposed to maybe if Koivunen can't do it, there could be other roles for him, or you could, that type of thing.
I don't know Koivunen too well, like as the player. Like, I don't know if he's going to turn into a PK guy or not. Like you were saying, I think Howard is a guy.
Howard's pretty
Howard is pretty pure goal scorer.
Yeah.
Like if he pans out in the NHL, he's a 30 goal scorer. If he doesn't figure it out in the NHL, like he might be a guy that's like a really good Europe player. You know what I mean? Like that's the range you're kind of seeing with Ike Howard. To me, if you want to sign that deal, there's a huge if, and that if is if there's a no move on it. If there's a no move on that contract,
no, you got to be able to get out of something like
that. Exactly. To me, if you can make it a modified no trade or something like that, moving off $4 million in 5 years is not the end of the world. It really is not. I also think, but at the same time, though, Pittsburgh is in a much different situation than the Oilers are. Pittsburgh's going to have cap space for a while here. They're this team that's kind of like doing this weird retool thing, kind of riding out Crosby until he retires, versus the Oilers are in a win now mode. If you're paying Ike Howard $4 million tomorrow, that's not good, because we have no clue what we're going to see from him next year. We have no clue if he's going to be a full-time NHLer on a team that's trying to win a Stanley Cup, versus Pittsburgh. They can afford to pay a $4 million because they don't have too high of expectations.
Howard is interesting. He's 22 years old. Here are a player, like in his draft class, I think about 80 to 85% of the first rounders have already played more games than him in the National Hockey League. Like he's one of the late bloomers from this draft class. He's at 29 career games so far. Brad Lambert, who they're kind of wishy-washy on in Winnipeg with what's going to happen, he's played 31 games. Maverick Lamoureux played 20 games. Philip Bystead and Philip Massar have not played any games. Nathan Gauthier has played 3 games. And Nashville draft pick Joakim Kemmel has only played 18 games. Outside of that, everybody else in that draft class has played more games than Ike Howard so far. So, like, this is a massive year for this dude.
Massive.
If you're not a regular in the National Hockey League this year, you're going to be a 23-year-old AHLer next year, and then you're like, oh man, is this guy going to play in the league or not? So maybe Gager had a point, and you don't want to commit to him to 8 years when you just don't know.
It should be clear sailing on a Mike Babcock-led team as well, right? For a guy like him, traditionally.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, that's,
you're really expecting him to
absolutely
step up and
walk right in there and
have it. All right, 780-218-9999. Klima's late over in the Nasty Chat. Pittsburgh can afford to give out this contract because they're able to trade Jari with no retention. He's partially true. All right, let's crack some packs, shall we? It's a Friday.
What do you got here?
Before we crack some packs, let's do this. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need the hammer. Rick Mallett has once again been recognized by Best Lawyers for 2026, continuing a distinction he's received every year since the founding of Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need the hammer. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
What?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
What?
1-855-98-HAMMER. Shall we crack some packs?
If you see a card store on the side of the road, you think, gotta tweet it to the
Crack Pack! Crack Pack, yeah. I'm tracking down all the young guns today. Looking for the young guns today. Looking for the young guns today.
I got me a card, it's a heck of a pull, and we're tweeting it out to the Crack Pack. I got me a canvas, it's worth about 20, so hurry up and sell it to get more money.
The Crack Pack is a little old gang where we can crack together. Crack Pack, baby.
A Crack Pack, baby.
Crack Pack, baby, Crack Pack. Crack Pack, baby, Crack Pack. Crack Pack.
All right, it is the Crack Pack brought to you by Wayne Sports Cards, just north of West Edmonton Mall, right next to the Italian Center. And it's not just sports cards in there. They've got jerseys, they've got Lego, they've got comic books, they've got the Magic cards. Basically anything you need as a collector, you'll have it. When I was in at Wayne's a couple days ago, there was a guy there, and he had 2 big comic boxes, and he must have been buying about 50 comics. It was quite the scene.
they have tons of them there.
It was quite the scene. Yeah, it was
like
cool.
to go through, you can take a
You
lot
could
of time.
spend a lot of
browsing
time
those
in there
comics,
digging
yeah.
through comics. All right, so this is the first product that comes out every new card season, and this would be your gateway drug to sports card collecting. You know, you have people text in and they're like, "Hey, I want to get into it with my kids. How do you get into it?" Well, this is MVP. It is the most affordable of the products. After MVP, I would say Upper Deck Series 1 is the next big one because you'd be looking for the young guns. But MVP was just recently released, so we've not cracked any of this yet. It's a brand new product. Good catch, Benny. There you go, Rick.
New CFL as well, August 19, I do believe. Nikki gave me the date. When I was
That's
in
12
last.
days away.
Yeah. So
The last CFL run was beautiful. So, all right, so here we go. This is MVP. Now, there are cards. I think the big chase here is you're looking to go, there are cards numbered to 3. So that's pretty legit. Oh, I got something shiny in here. That's nice. Clayton Keller, Nick Paul, Jared McCann. Oh, that's how you start a day. Connor McDavid, let it rip.
Jeez.
Look at it. Look at this bad boy right here. That's a beautiful card. I like it. What else we got?
Will Smith MVP stickers.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, there are stickers. Yeah, I think you get 4 stickers per box.
Cool.
What do you get there, Benny?
Clutch performers, Cale McCarr.
Cale McCarr. Hey, that's your guy from any. I mean, it wasn't clutch when you went for 500.
He scored 2. He scored 2.
Oh, did he get you a couple?
Not his fault.
How many was he on against for?
Well, probably like 5.
I was gonna say he's a minus player.
He's out there.
I got a Nuge base as well. Ryan Nugent Hopkins base. But this is a good one for many of you with young kids, and they're like, "Daddy, I want to collect hockey cards." Daddy. You say, "Okay, son or daughter, let's go into Wayne's," and you start with the MVP, and if they actually really love it, then you go to Upper Deck Series 1, and then yada yada yada. Before you know it, you're breaking tins of the cup, which run you a couple grand per tin. That's a nice looking card, actually. That Cale McCarr. That's
Pops.
That's beautiful. Marshall will give you $5 for it. That's Marshall's. That's his offer at the house all the time. He goes, "Daddy, I'll give you $5 for this card." I'm like, "This card's worth $50. You think I'm gonna sell it to you for $5? What am I, an idiot?" He will. When we were in at Wayne's, we went in there and the kids. Well, I went on Wednesday to pick up Italian Center for dinner, and as I'm walking in the Italian Center, I knew the kids were like they're good kids. They didn't want to ask if they could go to Wayne's. But as I'm walking into Italian Center, I said, "You guys can go over to Wayne's if you want." "Thanks, Daddy." So they run over to Wayne's. I go in the Italian Center, take care of business, picked up a lasagna, some garlic bread. And then I walk over to Wayne's, and they're all searching around, and Marshall's got his eye on a bunch of different cards. And he's like, "Daddy, there's this like Joe Montana from the 80s that was $5." He goes,
$5.
"Do you think I could get that?" I was just like,
It's
I
roll
don't
of
know.
fives.
So I told him, I said, "Listen, I'm trying to teach the kids budgets." So I said, "You got $15 budget. You have $15 to spend. You can." He found 3 cards for $15 that he was pretty pumped about. So it was a lot of fun. And I bumped into a listener at Wayne's who I'd never met before. He comes up, he goes, "Hey," he's a super nice guy. Like another one of those like pretty hardcores, but not at an event, not on the nasty chat, but he knew
tap water.
He knew everything that was going. Yeah, he knew everything that was going on. So that was a lot of fun. I also walk in there and I'm paying for these cards and the other stuff I was getting the kids. I actually got this new. I got a box. Daddy got a box. I got a box of this new NFL Tops product, Top Class, I think it's called, or something like that. Anyway, I pulled a Drake London auto out of it, which Marsha and I were pretty happy about. We were pretty excited when we pulled that.
He offered you $5 for it.
Yeah, he said, "Can I have that card for $5?"
He's just best.
I said, "You don't even have $5. Why do you keep offering up $5?" But I had to pay my tab from the last couple of months.
Ooh.
What have you boys been up to? My goodness.
What? Well, every Friday we go in and
I know. I was just like,
The only,
when the price rang in, I was like, but then I haven't been in for like 8 Fridays in a row, so I guess it makes sense.
we got those big cards one day.
Okay.
Nikki showed me like the
and
big
you did
pack.
NASCAR recently, she
Did
said.
NASCAR? Yeah, that was cool. I never even
She goes,
knew they
"Eric
made
just
those."
comes in and goes, put it on Dusty's tab." By the way, don't try that. Wayne and Nikki and the crew there, they
smart.
know that only Eric's allowed to put stuff on the tab.
Yeah.
That's how it works. What is that one? What's that one that you had there?
It's a Sergei Fedorov silhouette. It's pretty neat. Hey, you put it up into the.
Yeah, I pulled a Carey Price one of those. I think that
Those
was
big
silver.
ones
It
are
was
cool.
very good
though.
as a
Like,
break.
having big cards is kind of neat.
You like that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
your
yeah.
thing. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Rip City Step says, picked up a few comic books and European football cards last Friday from Wayne's. Great people there. Well, and since they moved to the new location, they've managed to expand a lot of the, like their NFL selection now is probably, I'll say probably 6 or 7 times bigger than what it was at the old
it's a
store.
way better browsing experience when you're in there now.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of fun. I did not see Jake Walwyn in there though. getting his Pokemon cards.
Well, you could probably battle him if you. They have those open
Would you
tables.
like to battle me
Can't
in
say no.
Pokemon? Never played Pokemon in my life. Did play Monopoly Deal last night again.
Oh boy.
You guys will not believe this. So I got the 2 blue properties, like the expensive properties, and I hit all 3 of my family members with a double rent card. So they each had to pay me $16 million in rent.
Oh.
And I basically got all of Muzz's properties. And I had a bunch of money. I had so you have to get 3 complete sets to win the game. I had 2 complete sets, and then I had 3 other sets that were 1 card away from winning. And we went around 3 more times, and I still couldn't finish the deal. And then Marshall came out of nowhere, got a card to steal a set, stole a set, and won the game. And I was left shocked. I'm 0-18 now. I cannot win it. That was the closest I've ever been, and I let it slip away. I'm a loser.
Just not good at that type of stuff. It's your brain doesn't. You just can't figure it. Huh?
I can't
Marshall,
get my head
meanwhile,
wrapped
it's a
around.
breeze. He should look
just,
into getting into some. Should be like a slumlord or something.
Well, at one point, Tam had 2 sets, and she was looking at me with this weird smile, and she was like not gonna win because she wanted me to finally win. And I looked at her right during the game. I said, "Don't you give me a pity win." I said, I don't want it this way. I don't want it this way. Just win the game, damn it. And then Marshall ended up winning anyway. That's a tough one. Kostura says, what will happen first, Benny to 500 or Dusty to 1?
Oh,
well, Benny get 500 next time you turn on the machine. I'm not gonna win this game forever. It's just I don't get it. It makes me feel like I'm dumb. I don't think I am, but it makes me feel like I'm a dummy. All right, 6 o'clock hour has been brought to you by Ewell. They're your power play specialist. They've got the gear you need for your next electrical project. 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Your Edmonton-based partner and power and source for all things electrical. All right, coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, Sean Campbell, radio voice of the Montreal Alouettes, will help us set up the Alouettes and the Elks. That is a 1 o'clock game tomorrow, so we're going to get into that. We got your Play Alberta early bird bet. We'll probably put together a parlay for the Riders and Redblacks game tonight. Maybe a little sprinkle on something for this Elks game tomorrow as well. That's a good for the Italian Center. We've got 7 Italian Center pizzas sitting in the fridge over there, so we're going to heat those bad boys up. Not all 7 of them, obviously.
Okay.
And then Mo Egger out of Cincinnati to preview the Bengals. That is a fun and jam-packed 7 o'clock hour. Make sure you stick around for that. If you are watching on YouTube or listening on TuneIn or iHeart today or over at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, we got a sports update. If you're on 95.7 Cruise FM with us this morning, a couple minutes of commercials, and then you'll be right back with us. Sports Update is brought to you by Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton. Join myself and Lieutenant Eric at Barcelo Maya Colonial in Mexico from February 4th to March 3rd. You can call or text Chelsea at 780-970-4834. This trip is already over 50% sold out. You can email her at CLaBelle, that's CLABELLE at ExpediaCruises.com if you want to join us on this trip to Mexico, smack dab in the middle of next winter. Here's the update.
Chad Kelly back under center for the Argonauts, who are back home for the first time in a long time. He tossed for .349, a touchdown, and 4 picks. In the win, Argonauts improved to 4-4 with a 33-30 victory over the Stampeders. The loss dropping Calgary to 4-5. Not the best night at the office for Vernon Adams Jr. He with 159 through the air, no touchdowns, and 2 picks. Week 10 continues tonight. Friday Night Football from Regina sees the 5-2 Rough Riders at home to the 0-7 Redblacks. Kickoff at 7. And the Elks on the road tomorrow, 1 o'clock in Montreal, looking to get back in the win column against the 7-1 Alouettes. NFL preseason kicking off last night. It was the Panthers over the Cardinals 33-30 in the Hall of Fame game. Preseason action continues next Thursday with 6 games. Off the field, Jahmyr Gibbs becoming the NFL's highest paid running back. 3 years, $75.75 million deal in Detroit. $51.5 million of that deal guaranteed money. Jays dropping a heartbreaker in 11 innings yesterday afternoon to the Cubs 3-2. Jays will visit the Phillies to kick off a 3-game series tonight. 4:40 first pitch. Jose Soriano mans the mound. Toronto 3.5 back of a wild card spot. Edmonton Stingers season coming to an end last night. They fall in the playoffs 92-83 out in Langley to the Vancouver Bandits. Bandits will now take on the Winnipeg Sea Bears as the Sea Bears defeated the Mamba 99-88. That game goes tomorrow at 1:30. Over to tennis from Montreal, National Bank Open. Leylah Fernandez in a round of 32 action later on today. Second round action from the Wyndham Championship is underway. Taking a quick glance at the leaderboard as it stands. Ben James, the American, is 2 under through 1 this morning. He has a 1-shot lead at 10 under. Semifinals at the Hlinka Gretzky get underway later this afternoon at 1 o'clock. It's the USA and Slovakia. Canada plays Finland 5 o'clock down at Rogers Place. Don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival. That goes Saturday, August 22nd down at Remax Field. You can hear stories from former trapper and Jay Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. Sports update brought to you by Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton. Join Dustin and Lt Eric at Barcelo Maya Colonial in Mexico, February 24 to March 3rd. You can email CLaBelle at expediacruises.com or call or text her at 780-970-4834 for more information.
I can remember back being an 11-year-old kid, about 75 pounds on the basketball court against the neighborhood bully, kicking his behind left, right, and center.
I call you when I need you. My heart's on fire.
When it was all said and done, he was a little upset, so he punched me in the mouth.
You come to me, wild and wild.
My uncles were over on the side, observing, talking amongst themselves, adult things.
When you come to me, give me a...
When he punched me in my mouth, I decided I'm running to my uncle. And you know what he did? He pushed me back to him. I went back and he punched me in my mouth again. I ran to my uncle, looking for protection. Needed Big Brother to protect me. He pushed me back again. And you know what I did? I faced him in the eyes and I said, my uncle's not going to help me. And I punched him in the face. Then I looked him in the eye and I said, then what? Now what? Now what? Now what are you going to do?
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. Stuck in your heart. I hang on every word.
Red sky fading, let's do this right. What you drinking's what I'm drinking, who's got a light? We about to kick off this 9 to 5 from dusk till dawn. Man, it's on. CFL on TSN. Music's playing, yeah, we're swaying, crank it to 10. These stars are falling like confetti, so wish on one for the gone. 3rd and 1 from the gun underneath those Thursday night lights. Singing long live the night. It's a song coming on, one that everyone knows. It's a pass, it's a run, it's a see where it goes. It's the guys and the girls under those stadium lights. Singing long live the night. All the beers and the years gonna fly on by. We're just small town stars holding on to midnight. Take a sip, this is it. Raise them on up real high. Singing long live the night.
Form a rising, wake the end. Every minute's a memory, so drink it in. Before you know it, it's over, man. It flies by fast. Make it last.
Make the most coast to coast, doing football on a Thursday, right? Singing long live
708 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here today. Rip City Step over in the Nasty Chat on YouTube this morning says, confession, I'm unironically starting to like this song. That's not what we're going for.
There's the original too.
But,
Like that's the CFL version, right?
That was that's the big one. It's
Good
okay.
CanCon, baby.
It's okay. Rick texts in this morning. He says, serious question, gents. How the hell do you throw 4 interceptions and still win a football game? Well, when the other quarterback throws 2 and doesn't have any touchdown passes, I mean, that's going to probably help a little bit. I guess you could say great defensive game last night from some of those teams, but still 63 points in the game. and it was pretty sloppy offensively for the most part.
And a tight one. It's not like they-
But yeah, it was a highly entertaining game to watch last night. That's for sure. All right, the Nielsen Show today and every day is brought to you by Weiss Johnson. If you need a new furnace, there's only one place to get it, and that's with the best in the biz. WJSportsTalk.com is where you can go. You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox. The 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We're going to have Sean Campbell coming up here right away. Play Alberta early bird bet of the day still to come. That's a good for the Italian Center. And then Mo Egger out of Cincinnati to preview the Bengals. He's going to join us around 7:45 today. Sean Campbell is going to join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline, and he is our GS Construction headliner for today. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our communities. Once again, they're hiring now. They are looking for top men, pipe layers, and right now, a superintendent. Visit gsconstruction.ca. Click on careers to find out more. Just go directly to gsconstruction.ca/company/careers. If you have superintendent experience and you're looking for a fun new place to work, check them out right now. gsconstruction.ca/company/careers. All right, a big rematch. Edmonton and Montreal tomorrow, just like we thought at the beginning of the season.
Yes.
Midway through the year, it'd be the Elks and the Alouettes battling for top spot in the power rankings around the Canadian Football League. Not expected here, but for the voice of the Montreal Alouettes, Sean, you kind of had to see this coming with Montreal, right?
Well, yeah, you knew they were going to be one of the stronger teams in the East. I don't know if you knew they were going to be this far ahead and kind of wrapping up the division halfway through the season. But the Bo Levi Mitchell injury, I think, had a lot to say about that. Red Blacks, even, 2 preseason games against the Red Blacks, the Alouettes lost them both. And I know it's preseason, and Davis Alexander played 2 series, and that was it. You still saw, you're like, the Red Blacks may win more than 4 games this year. Now they'll be lucky if they win 4 games. And then Toronto was such an X factor. I had no idea what Toronto was going to look like with Chad Kelly coming back after a year and a half and just being on the road for the first half of the season. So I think, Toronto's actually done better than I thought, but I just didn't know what they were going to be. But now, you head into the game 9 of the season, and it's, people are talking about Grey Cup preview because of the first matchup that they had, top in the West versus top in the East. This is fun. This is exciting.
Yeah, and I guess maybe the Alouettes' biggest enemy right now could be complacency. Now that we're talking August 7th here, and you mentioned, we did our preseason. You're talking about Hamilton. Chad Kelly is always fun. The Argos could still pose a bit of a threat there in the East, but 7-1, you're looking pretty right now, but it is the beginning of August. But, Jason Moss and the team, they know what to do. But talking Grey Cup right now in the East just seems it seems kind of strange with all the power that's been there and now some of those injuries. But complacency, I guess, right now could be the biggest issue, facing this team.
It could be. There's a big issue heading into this game against the Elks, and that's injuries on the defensive side. Their top player, Tyrese Beverette, will play, and that's their top guy. But if you're going to talk about the most important player, it goes to Beverette. But if you go number 2, 3, 4, and 5, they're all not playing. Mustafa Johnson's not playing. Jeffrey Conte Arku not playing. Najee Murray not playing. Wesley Sutton not playing. Robert Kennedy not playing. This is Robert Kennedy. Robert Kennedy missed all week practice. It looks like he'll play. I apologize, but he was missed all week for personal reasons. But it looks like he'll play. But the list of injuries on defense, and now you're going to have to go. So that's a bit of a concern. So maybe that's number 1 versus the Elks this week. But I flash back to a couple of years ago when the Argos were 15-1, and they had that great season, and then you go in the East Final, and the Alouettes, smoked them on their way to the Grey Cup in 2023. It's tough to be in top of the division and then playing the last 6 weeks of the season knowing that they mean nothing. So it is a bit of a concern, but I will tip my cap to Jason Moss. He doesn't really look at the record. He gets these guys riled up. Even if you're thinking, it's the Red Blacks this week or what, Jason Moss walks that room, gives you a 2-minute speech, and then next thing you know, you're ready to go. That's kind of the guy that he is. So I think it is a concern, and maybe for later on in the season, but right now they have bigger fish to fry, just getting healthy.
And you mentioned the health there on that side of the ball. Justin Rankin, 230 from scrimmage in the prior game that these two met. Now, he has been kind of limited with the Lions and the Riders. I guess probably the Alouettes watching a lot of that game tape and learning how to shut them down, because 230 from scrimmage, 179 on the ground in that first game. I mean, that's going to be a recipe for victory for the Alouettes, and limiting those numbers, obviously.
Oh, yeah. And if you go back to that game, how many times did the Alouettes have hands or arms on Rankin at the line of scrimmage in the backfield? And then he ran for 40, he ran for 50. That's what makes him so great, one of the best running backs in the game. But the missed tackling has been an issue for the Owls. It's one of the reasons why for the first 5-6 weeks they were winning one-score games, because special teams, they'd have hands or arms on the returner, couldn't bring him down. Defensively against the Elks, Rankin got a couple big runs because they couldn't bring him down. That's changed the last few weeks. Defensively, they've been able to, kind of curtail that and get better at bringing players down. But, oh, yeah, Rankin is going to be tough. And the one thing that they do have is depth on the defensive side. So Jeffrey Conte, Arku Kanko, you have Mike Alway. This is one of the best tacklers in the game. Like that helps. Like always, their backup. Like now, they play a lot of 3-4, so he's out there a lot. So there's going to be opportunities there. But if they get into that second level, we'll see what they can do. But not having Johnson in the middle, we'll see if they can stop that first level, and then the second level. Next thing you know, Rankin's getting 8 yards a carry. That's going to change the way that the Elks are going to call their football game. So I've circled Rankin as 100% the big beast that they have to stop this week.
Sean Campbell from TSN Radio, voice of the Alouettes, joining us on the Nielson Show here this morning. Just sticking with running backs here for a second. Travis Tice has been absolutely outstanding for the Alouettes over the last little while. He's been around the team for a little bit. I'll be honest, I took a flyer on Stevie Scott in my fantasy draft at the beginning of the year. But Tice, I had a chance to chat with him last week because I did that game, so we were doing some production meetings before the year. I mean, it comes across as a very humble and great guy. But what he's doing on the field right now is extremely impressive. I know you've got Davis and the receivers, and we'll get to them in a second. But did you see, I know it's just a small window, but did you see even that level of dominance coming for a small stretch?
It's interesting because I flash back to last year in training camp and preseason. He starts that first preseason game, and here am I texting the Owls. I was like, how do you say this guy's name? I've never, I don't know. Like, is it Thies? Is it Tice? Like, I'm sending notes to Joey Alfieri going, help me out here. And he was actually returning kicks at that time and got a little bit of running back play in the fourth quarter in the preseason. And you come out of preseason with the Owls with their depth, you're like, they already have their roster. You know who's going to be there. And then, my partner Marco and I, we look at each other, we go, that kid's going to make the team. Like every time he touches the ball, and he made the team, and he was a depth running back. And then Stevie Scott gets hurt. He gets opportunity last year. And then in the end, Stevie Scott is the starter at the end of the season. The idea was Scott and Tice, two American backs, both dressing, both playing. The Alouettes have other Canadians that they could put so they could do the dual American back. But then Stevie Scott really gets hurt this year, and they just turn to Travis Tice. And I look at him, I watch the way that he plays. I'm like, this guy's built for the CFL. He's kind of short, stocky. He's hard to bring down. We call him the little bowling ball. Yeah. It's hard. You get your arms around him, but then it's hard to bring him down because he just always pumps those legs. Very humble. He gets it. He understands it. He's learned the game very quickly. It's very hard for American players to come to Canada and understand this game right away. He's been able to adapt very quickly. But I will tip my cap to this. I think a lot of this success that he's had over the last 3 weeks and the last month, and one of the players of the month, is Anthony Calvillo's play calling. The RPO, the play action, a lot of their pass, like the run game is supposed to set up the pass game. The Owls pass game has set up the run game. And that's the way that it's gone. So I got to tip my cap to Anthony Calvillo getting Tice the ball at the right opportunities.
When you're talking about the weaponry, you guys have receivers, obviously Davis Alexander and at running back. I think GM Danny Machocha was gushing about the O-line recently with you guys and how it's the best. I mean, and that's kind of where it all can start and finish with a good, healthy O-line. Is this kind of the best it's been in some time? Yeah, and I think you could go, and if you know the CFL, the best O-line is the one that's healthy. The one that there's a new tackle, there's a new guard, now the only injury, Justin Lawrence goes down and Cyril Hogan St. Don has to come in.
So he's been able to adapt pretty well. But other than that, they have, Tiger Shanks, one of their top picks. He's kind of come to his own on the right side. Nick Callender, a veteran. Pio Lestage, probably going to be up for O-lineman of the year to represent this whole line. Donnie Ventrelli is probably very underrated about what he could do. And then they bring an extra O-lineman too. So
they do a lot. Yeah.
More than anybody else. Sage Dockstader comes in and they play 6 O-linemen. They have they have like Dubois, who's a slot back, but he's a fullback. They bring in Jacob Mason. They always have extra blockers because they trust their receivers. They go 5 wide, least than anybody else. You think with all the offense, they go 5 wideouts less than anybody else. So they bring in the extra lineman, which helps out. But Danny's not wrong. I think, I look around the league, I look at the way that the run games worked, and I look at the way that Davis Alexander never gets touched with his 7 sacks on the season. And I can go back to about 3 of them or even 2 of them where he gives himself up. He's like, okay, I don't have anything. I'm going to just take this sack. He doesn't even get hit. And hit after the play, I can count one time he got blindsided hit. He was rolling to his right. It came from behind. He didn't see the guy coming. Protecting Davis Alexander is essential. And making him not get hit. I think he's been totally hit this season 6 times total. Where you're like, oh, that's about it. And that goes to the offensive line. So that, you talk about building a team, you need time to pass, offensive line. You need a run game, offensive line. Protect the quarterback, offensive line. It's one of the reasons why the Owls are 7-1.
Sean, before I let you go, we can't have you on and not talk about the season that Philpott's putting together. Now, I also would like to mix Sneed into the mix here, too. Those two guys, at least going into the game last week, I looked at it, they basically a 55% target share. Now, maybe that changes a little bit with Speaker healthy, and he's a guy that I'm sure they mixed him in a couple times last week for touchdowns. But Philpott is on pace here to have maybe the greatest receiving season ever. And I'm not going to ask if he can keep it up because if he stays healthy, I think he can. But do you expect Sneed and Philpott to continue to be so heavily targeted in this offense?
Yeah, so early in the season, they kind of went through. Speaker got hurt, Hollins got hurt, Stearns has been hurt. And that depth kind of dwindled where there was just 2 guys. So there's only 2 guys to throw to.
Yeah.
And, every time you threw to them, they were catching the ball. So why would Davis Alexander change that? But now that everybody else is getting healthy, it's almost making them more open. Watch the Red Blacks game twice. Sneed in the middle of the field and Philpott in the middle of the field made a catch, looked left or right, and there was no one around them. And they're being single coverage. Davis Alexander is going to pick you apart if you do that, time and time again. So it's phenomenal what they're doing. The 3 of them, the trio, are inseparable off the field. In Montreal, they hang out, they chill, they watch football together, they watch the tape together, they travel together, they're always together. They went to Osheaga together. There's nothing that they don't do together. And I think that chemistry is off the field and on the field, and it goes such a long way in professional sports. And if you're on that same page, you saw once they had a comfortable lead and they knew that he was 5 yards away, the play call comes in, they're going to get him 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
These are little things that they know that they don't need to do. I asked Philpott about it early in the season when he was at 600 yards in 6 games. He's like, oh, we don't talk about it all the time. I had him on my show this past week, and he's like, yeah, the play call came in. We knew we were doing it. They knew that they were going to get the 1,000 yards. But that's just because, my buddy, I'll hook up my buddy, and there's some historic stuff happening right now. It's fun to watch. It's a treat, and the ball goes up to Philpott or Sneed. When you look at the reception rate, you look at what's coming down as a first down for the most part.
And as always, really appreciate it. Have fun calling this one tomorrow. We'll chat again soon.
I'm looking forward to it. Cheers, guys.
There you go. That's Sean Campbell, the radio voice of the Montreal Alouettes. And you brought up the Rankin stuff. Rankin ran all over these guys. That was a weather game.
It was a weather game, yes. It was in the rain. It was all those things considered. But that was one of those games where you look at his total. I mean, along the ground, he did most of those. But that was early on when we were like, oh, Rankin's cooking. But that game, and against that team, I mean, it's one thing to do it maybe against some other teams in the league. But against Montreal at the time, you're kind of like sitting back and going, okay,
what is going on here?
This is for real stuff. Just quickly, though.
That banged up Alouettes defense.
Well, that's interesting.
I did not realize that.
But their offense, the way he said it, too, I mean, totally antithesis of a CFL Phil Potts targets 84, leads the club.
Yeah.
Next behind him, Tyler Sneed's 72. Guess the third player in terms of targets.
Oh, this is fun. I should know this because I did the game last week. Is it Tice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 27.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's an insane
84,
target share.
72, 27. That's your offense.
Like, Davis Alexander throws to two guys.
Yeah.
And then mixes in Travis Tice a little bit. But Sean made a point. Hollins got hurt. Jarrett Stearns, who had a really nice first game.
True.
He got
Cole
hurt.
Speaker, all these guys are good complementaries, but like you look around.
But why would
some
you
of the
not
other
just
teams-
keep throwing it to Sneed? Like it was Ottawa last week, the game that I did, Friday Night Football. Sneed was open over the middle whenever Davis Alexander wanted him.
He's a sneaky great player. And all that protection as well. I mean, you do need to keep Davis Alexander healthy. It's funny though that his injuries haven't been necessarily contact, I guess, when you're talking about the hamstring. But yeah, they're a different team in terms of how you kind of build the CFL offense specifically.
Cam texts in and says, "What's Dusty doing here on a Friday? Is he not calling the game tonight?" No, I am not calling the game tonight. This is my one weekend off.
Yes,
the whole season, and yeah, we're going camping on Sunday.
Now, you did Spider-Man the other night. You have another movie date.
We're going to Odyssey tonight.
That's tonight.
Yeah, we're going to the 5 p.m.
5 p.m. That's the 5 p.m.
As of right now, as of last night when we booked our tickets, we're the only people there. Because nobody goes to the 5 p.m. It's a 5 p.m. Friday. We're going to the Windermere VIP. Tam's like, we can order dinner. It'll come right to us while we watch the movie.
Rib.
Oh, and a chocolate cake.
And a chocolate cake.
And a chocolate cake.
The mac and cheese.
Friday Night Football tonight will be Rod Smith with Luke Wilson. And then Luke's off next week. And I think it'll be me and 40.
Oh.
And then Luke and I will be back together, I guess, 2 weeks from now. Actually,
who's the Friday night
it's
of
the
next
game
week?
here
You'll be in
that
Winnipeg
We'll be back
again,
together
eh?
here on the 21st. What's that?
Winnipeg next week, Friday.
Winnipeg next Friday. Who are they playing next
Ottawa.
Friday? Oh, man.
That'd be an interesting game.
Interesting
Depending
game.
on what happens tonight.
Too many
too,
Red
but-
Blacks games for my liking.
Yeah.
With the season that they've had, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Edmonton the following week against Winnipeg as well.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Not enough Winnipeg games for you though.
Well, no, a lot of Winnipeg games.
Yeah.
I'm on a steady stretch of Bombers games here. All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. We get to a few more of your text messages. We continue to work our way through. This is going to be a great game tomorrow, though. Okay, so it's a 1:00 start.
Yeah,
we'll have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at noon.
High noon,
and I believe Jay is off next week and won't be there for this one. So Reed Wilkins is sliding in to do pre and post game with Maddie on Saturday.
Love it. I wonder what they order for food. Don't Jay and Maddie always have a little food thing when they?
Yeah, they do usually. Yeah, I came by and watched one of the road games with them, and they had a bunch of wings and pizza. So, well, that'll be interesting. All right, we got to do our Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. I've reached out to the Play Alberta team. There's a couple of teasers that should still be alive that they marked as losers yesterday. Those will be corrected for anybody who sees their account today and goes, "Hey, wait a second, why are those two CFL teasers already off the board and marked as losses?" That will be corrected. I've pointed out to them, and they will make that change. All right, so we've got, man, this line's been crazy. It was at 7, then it went to 10, then it was at 8.5. Now it's back to 7. The Riders and the Red Blacks. Now, the reason it got all the way back down to 7, no Schaefer Baker.
Yeah.
No Emelis. Are you worried?
Absolutely.
As a right, you are worried?
I've said these are games. The Riders love a good trap. And no, not the Riders. The team coming in that's part of the narrative of a trap game should always love those games because they always seem to let it. Jake Mayer coming back, something to prove.
Jake Mayer revenge game,
right? They get rid of Geno Lewis. That'll probably give the room like a bit of a prod
Obviously,
to the
he
side.
left for a reason.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, so it's one of those things where Dinwiddie's trying to shake things up. Right or wrong, and how you determine those moves. I know they're talking about Fields of the DC on the broadcast there over the weekend as well. Maybe that's right or wrong, but having said that, they're moves to kind of jolt and wake up a team right now that have been close but haven't been able to get it over the line. And for the Riders, yeah, they are banged up. Not banged up though along their lines, both defensive and offensive, secondary, receivers, that type of thing. Obviously, Lt not there. Quali Connolly's been playing really good in relief, but yeah, this is one of those games, man, where I could. If you're going to pick the Red Blacks to kind of surprise people and such, this might be one to ride with them.
So
on.
we want to go Ottawa +7 then?
Yeah.
Let's go Ottawa +7.
I'd take
Red
that.
Black, the Riders' offense is banged up. They're going to have the other one that I do like tonight is Keyshawn Johnson over on whatever the yards are.
He's got to have a bounce back. He had a couple dropsies in the.
With no Emlis, no
yeah.
Shaver Baker, and there's a couple guys who are starting who don't just never start.
Yeah.
It's going to be a heavy target game for Keyshawn. He's actually moving from the wideout spot into the slot back spot to the left of Trevor Harris. So I think massive game for Keyshawn Johnson. You know who else is going to have a big game? He was already having big games even without Geno Lewis. Even with Geno Lewis there, Aiden Eberhardt. Jake Mayer is going to be even more focused on Aiden Eberhardt. So I don't hate the idea of Aiden Eberhardt overs as well.
And a little sprinkle into Sean Mims. Trevor Harris
You're
was speaking
sick.
of him.
You're sick. You're a degenerate.
Son of Robert.
What are you, in the Discord chat? The DGen Den?
I wish.
All right, so we'll go Red Blacks +7, and then we'll get the numbers on overs for Keyshawn Johnson and Aiden Eberhardt. And we'll put something together there. That'll pop up on the EST specials page. Play Alberta is the title sponsor of everything we do here all day long at Edmonton Sports Talk. Bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games from blackjack to baccarat. Your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense. All right, on the way, we're going to get to, we got to heat up. We got to dive into the kitchen and heat up some of that za.
Nice. Now, it won't take, because they're pre-made, so we just got to give them a zap.
Give them a zap.
minute
So
zap.
we're going to zap some pizza from the Italian Center coming up next. Then Mo Ager out of Cincinnati is going to join us to preview the Bengals as well. If you're listening on 95.7, couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update, then you are back with us. If you are watching on YouTube or listening on TuneIn or iHeart, we do have a sports update with you, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Customer appreciation sale, Saturday, August 22nd, up to $3,000 off select new Mazdas. Finance or lease them for as low as 0%. Can't get any lower than that. Thousands off of used vehicles and a free barbecue lunch. Plus, you can enter to win a 4K TV, $1,000 cash, Blackstone griddles and accessories. And I was messaging with the crew over at Park Mazda yesterday. I told Mitch, I said, hey, man, it's out there. You got a barbecue with nothing but an apron on. And then you know what he sent me? He sent me a picture of one of those funny aprons where it looks like you're naked. He's like, will this do? And I said, I guess we can let that slide.
Mitch.
I guess we can let that slide.
Mitch.
This guy's a funny guy. Here's the update with LT.
A wild kickoff to Week 10 in the Canadian Football League last night. Chad Kelly throwing for 349, 1 touchdown and 4 picks, as the Argos would prevail over the Stampeders 33-30. Toronto improving to 4-4. The loss drops Calgary to 4-5. Week 10 will continue tonight from Regina. The 5-2 Riders welcoming in the 0-7 Red Blacks, 7 o'clock across the TSN network. Elks back on the field tomorrow afternoon in Montreal as they look to get back in the win column against the 7-1 Alouettes. Jahmyr Gibbs becoming the NFL's highest paid running back. It's a 3-year, $75.75 million deal, $51.5 million guaranteed. Hall of Fame game last night from Canton saw the Panthers defeat the Cardinals 33-30. Preseason schedule will continue next Thursday with 6 games. Toronto Blue Jays letting one slip yesterday afternoon from Wrigley, 3-2. They fall to the Cubs in 11. Jays will visit the Phillies to start a 3-game series tonight. First pitch 4:40. Jose Soriano gets the start. Toronto enter play 3.5 games back of a wild card spot. The Edmonton Stingers bounced from the CEBL playoffs last night as they fall 92-83 to the Vancouver Bandits. Elsewhere, it was the Sea Bears over the Mamba 99-88. That sets up Winnipeg visiting Vancouver tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. Over to tennis, Leila Fernandez will face Mira Andreeva in round of 32 action later today from the National Bank Open in Montreal. Second round action from the Wyndham Championship is underway this morning. Taking a quick glance at the leaderboard, Ben James remains at the top. He is 2 under through 3 this morning for a total 10 under in a 1-shot lead. Hlinka Gretzky's semifinal portion of the tournament gets underway this afternoon at 1 when the USA take on Slovakia, Canada, Finland at 5 o'clock. Don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd. That's a Saturday from Remax Field. Devon White will be in the house, former Jay and Trapper. You can try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. Sports update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer Principal Mitch Lewicki, who will wear that apron, but backwards.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a figure skater. He wears like a white outfit and he does interpretive ice dances to my life's journey.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Time for quitters, no time for whiners, no time for slackers. You had your rest, you had your time to heal from last season. Now lace it up and try to impress. Crash hard in the corner, make them pay in full. Every inch, every puck, every bruise, every goal. If they skate head down, that's on them, not us. We came for the ground, we came for the rush. We want a reason to jump out the seat. We want a reason to feel that we can't be beat. When the board starts shaking, when the crowd starts loud, hold the line, bring it home now. Let's go Oilers, let's go Oilers, like never before. Let's go Oilers, let's go Oilers, make the whole place roll. Hey, 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 first shift. First hit, put it in the night. No soft hands, no back pedal, just blue and orange fight. Stick on the puck in the mean little grin. Take the lane, take the net, let the chaos begin. When they lean on you, lean right back harder. When they reach for space, take on the race. You don't ask for mercy, you don't give them air. Every loose puck fouls every man out there. We want a reason to jump out the seat. We want a reason to feel that heat. When the board starts shaking, when the crowd starts loud, hold the line, bring it home now. Let's go Oilers. Oh, let's go Oilers.
7:36. It is the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here today. Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric, and Benny Thompson with you. Nielson Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson. And we're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today. For a limited time only, Popeyes has these, you'll see it on the desk if you're watching YouTube, the Edmonton Elks koozies, which would be great for tailgating. They're on the road this week. Then they're back home next week. I am very excited for next week's game because I'm in Winnipeg on Friday night. Then I'm flying home at 7 o'clock Saturday morning, and me and Tam and the kids are just going to the game as a family, which is insanely rare for me to be in town and not calling the game. So I actually get to go to the tailgate and not just have to settle for a great crush from Hiraxi. So if you see me at the tailgate next Saturday and you want to offer me a drink, I'll gladly take you up on that offer. So I'm very much looking forward to that. That should be a pretty good time. I've always walked through the tailgate, but I'm wearing a suit. It's like, I don't think your mic was on there, Benny.
There you go.
Yeah, this is gonna be different. It's very different. I don't even know how to handle myself. I have to pace myself.
Oh, for sure.
Because I got a fancy dinner to go to after with Lieutenant Eric.
Right. From working the tailgates, I've made the mistake before of eating before.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. You get fed.
Yeah, if you are coming to the Elks tailgate next Saturday, do not eat. I repeat, do not eat before coming to the tailgate. Because that's looking absolutely delicious. Yeah, supper too. And we got the supper. That's what I just said. I'm excited to go to Japanese Village. It should be. I'm not even nervous about it. I'm really excited about it. I am. All right. So let's dive into that's a good for the Italian Center. Huge shout out to Italian Center giving us enough pizzas yesterday to feed the whole staff for the entire day.
Yeah.
Like Zach is going to be
They're not messing around. Yeah. He gets
you went and picked this up yesterday.
I did, yes.
And did all of the pizza that you pick up make it here? That's what I want to know. And yeah, how did you carry 7 or 8 boxes of pizza?
Well, there was a finder's fee. I think that was agreed upon.
It makes
that's
sense.
fine.
Yeah.
Man's got to eat. But no, I carrying all those. I don't think I think that's a record. Now I've been to a few stags where we've had a lot of pizza boxes, but they've been empty. These were all full. And carrying them out of the Italian Center and getting them in my car, and then
you must have been getting looks.
Having to buckle them up so that they don't kind of fall over.
You did
right?
send me that
you got to
picture.
kind of keep them all intact. But we got them here. They're here. They're live. They're great. Margarita. You got this feature one is very interesting.
I'm scared about this feature one because
nibbled
I'm
on
a
it
very
yesterday.
simple guy.
Do you have the ingredients for it?
I do. I do have it here
because this is a good pie, but it's different.
This is their feature pizza in the month of August. It's I'm gonna probably butcher this, so I apologize. Fiocco Fresco. Did I get that? I think I probably got that.
Sounds good. You're Italian.
It's called a Fiocco Fresco. Tomato sauce, mozzarella, hot capicola, red onions, jalapenos.
Yep.
Drizzled with tzatziki sauce and fresh dill.
Yeah. It's
All
good.
right.
It's got a little kick to it. If you get a slice of that,
have you tried that, Benny?
I haven't tried it.
You get that one there.
There's a kick
You got the big
to
one
it?
for you.
One slice?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. This is the new feature pizza, the Fiocco Fresco from Italian Center. That's good. I love the drizzle.
Yep.
I love the drizzle. And it's not dill sauce on there. It's fresh dill.
Yeah.
Sprinkled on, but the tzatziki sauce is the drizzle.
It's not swimming in jalapeno. There's like a one jalapeno, a couple jalapenos per slice.
There's
That's all
only a
you
couple.
need. That's all you need.
I can eat around those because those scare me.
Me too.
But this is pretty damn good. I like it. I'm even driving on these red onions.
Yeah. Like it's got a bit of a kick. It's got a little bit of heat, but it's nothing to make you sweat.
No,
or
there's
cry
not.
or
I mean, I'm not a big heat guy. Oh,
Yeah, but
little bit.
you get a bit of it. Yeah. It
Little bit.
lets you know it's there.
this is really good. If you want to try something new that you probably haven't had before, I would suggest the Fiocco Fresco. Now we also got
Wash it down with the margarita.
the classic, the margarita.
This is easy.
Can't go wrong with these either.
And they, with their cheese,
Best Friday show ever. Colleen Bomber's like, Dusty actually tried it. I did try it. Like I said, I'm a little intimidated by
You bit the onions.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Outstanding pie.
Italian Center. Like, you pick these things up, you throw them in the oven, the old take and bake. Now, these were already baked for us yesterday when we picked them
Yeah.
up. But you do the old take and bake. You put it in the oven for like 10 minutes, and it's delicious.
This Fiocco Fresco, like you're not getting that anywhere else. Like this is a unique.
Oh, this is like, this. That's why it's the Italian Center feature. Fiocco Fresco. And I don't know if anybody at the Italian Center is listening, but if I screw that up, please let me know. Because that's really good. The margarita. I mean, you just can't go wrong with that.
No.
Absolutely delicious. Anyway, that's a good. We got Mo Ager coming up. He hasn't connected yet. He's not sitting there just watching us eat pizza. This game tomorrow, if the Elks, so Montreal has only lost to Edmonton.
Yep.
If Edmonton can go out to Montreal and actually hand the Alouettes their second loss, they are smack dab back up to the top of the power rankings. Like, undoubtedly, I know the loss to the Riders wasn't great, but it wasn't an awful loss.
No.
Like, that's what's on the line here, is that they established themselves. I know from a betting perspective, they wouldn't have established themselves as Grey Cup favorite. That would still be Montreal. But if you go 2-0 against the Montreal Alouettes, I mean, you have to be viewed as a top 3 title contender. You hear what we're talking about, people? We're talking about the Edmonton Elks as legitimate Grey Cup contenders. They would already be viewed that way, but statement game if you go out to Montreal. And I did not know Montreal was so banged up defensively. Like, we know the Elks.
That's huge.
Talked about it yesterday. The Elks secondary, I think, is the best position group in the entire Canadian Football League. If Montreal is missing Mustafa Johnson, I mean, Justin Rankin must hear that and go, oh, my God, this is perfect.
Right?
Jeffrey Canton-Arcou is their middle linebacker. Now, Sean Campbell did tell us they got Micah Alway,
yes,
who can slide in there.
And has a bit of an edge to his play.
But who else did he say they were missing? Robert Kennedy hasn't practiced, but he will play. Wesley Sutton, who's in their secondary, is not going to play. And then there's a couple other guys he said weren't going to play. So I was talking with Haraxi yesterday. Also, shout out to Jerry Haraxi, Spirit of Edmonton. When we go camping, because we're not a big camping family, Haraxi brings me all these fancy chairs and stuff. He brought like a heated chair. I didn't get sluice juice this year.
Surprise.
But that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. But I was talking to him yesterday. And I said, what do you think? I said, do you think they can pull off this like upset? And they are 4.5-point underdogs or whatever. I said, do you think they can pull this off in Montreal? And he said, over the last 5 years, I would have said there is no chance in what that they can pull this thing off. But he said, but this year it's different. Like you got to feel you're gonna have Cody Fajardo going in there.
Yeah, they're the hunter.
Austin Mack revenge game incoming.
100. There's no team that they should fear in this league right now. That's true. That's the place where you're at. And I know, 9 teams or whatever, but there are times, and as Jerry probably told you, I mean, a couple years prior, I mean, most of the teams you would be going in saying, oh, darn, like, this is going to be. They're going in, and the only thing is it's on the road to Montreal. If the roles were flipped, right? Like if
he was there, and then it went away. I'm just sorry. I was telling Betty. There he is. Mo's trying to connect in. We're going to have Mo Ager. Anyway, sorry, Rick.
But if this was Montreal coming here, Edmonton would be the only thing is you're going. Montreal's a tough place to play, and I get that. But
if Montreal was coming here, I think they'd still be about it'd be close to a pick.
I don't.
You don't?
I think they should.
Do you think the books would make them an underdog? All right, I think Montreal would be like a 1-point favorite still, even coming in.
I don't know. If they would have gone to Montreal and beat them early in the season and they're coming back here, I just think, and if everything stayed the same record-wise, the only problem is going to Montreal. They're tough out at home. We all know that, and we all know the place to play there and everything. But, yeah, right now, the Elks, you got to be feeling good. I don't care who you're up against in this league right now. You got to be feeling great, especially coming off the win earlier in the season.
All right. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. That's good for the Italian Center, and you got to try their feature pizza of the month, the Fiocco Fresco. And we tried it today, and it's pretty good. All right, we're going to head back to the Firehouse Subs hotline here as we continue our NFL previews, working our way through as many teams as we can here in the month of August. Mo Ager at Cincinnati is going to join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton, the greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. Plus, now with an airport location, right when you get through security, just over to the right. You treat yourself to a little Firehouse before you take off on a flight. All right, lots to get to here. Always great to catch up with this guy. Let's bring in Mo Ager out of Cincinnati this morning. Mo, how you doing, man?
I'm awesome, guys. How are you?
We are doing just fine. Bengals are always an interesting one. I'm always very excited. As a fantasy DGen, I want a big piece of the Cincinnati Bengals. And I said this, I think on Lock Shop, our betting show, a few weeks ago, that I always let the fantasy value of their key guys make me always think that the Bengals are going to be a juggernaut. But what are people expecting in Cincinnati from this team this season?
Fantasy juggernaut with a defense that could make them more than a fantasy juggernaut. You know, that was the theme of the offseason, right? Basically doing what they didn't do last offseason. I think one of the reasons why the 2025 season was so frustrating for fans was you could see it coming because their defense wasted a Joe Burrow MVP season in 2024. He was literally an MVP finalist on a team that didn't make the postseason. I believe he would have won it had they won one more game, but they didn't because the defense was atrocious. So what did they do the following offseason? Nothing. They brought back like the same guys. And so, boy, it wasn't very surprising we saw the same results. Plus, Joe Burrow didn't play the full season last year. So the idea this offseason was to not repeat the same mistakes. They have been bold in trading for Dexter Lawrence. They've spent money. They've addressed safety, defensive line. It was a very defensive-heavy draft. Went and got Boye Mafe. Went and got Jonathan Allen. Went and got Brian Cook, Kyle Duggar. And so the idea here is if you look over the last 2 seasons, they've lost 7 games where they've scored more than 30 points, including 2 where they've scored more than 40 and lost. That can't happen anymore. So it might not be a league best defense, but the idea was to build a unit that's not going to waste Joe Burrow's best performances. And then obviously I think one of the reasons for excitement here is every year we talk about the offensive line. Every year it's listed as one of their bigger team needs. This is going to be the best offensive line that Joe Burrow has played behind. And I know that's not saying all that much, but all 5 starters are back. That unit at the end of the season last year was playing very, very well. So if you take the offensive continuity and the defensive newness, the idea here is you combine that into one, and it should be a team that's capable of contending for something meaningful.
Mo, outside of your Chases, your Higgins, and your Burrows, who else, I guess, do you expect heading into camp, or who early days here has kind of shown up and made a case for themselves outside of course, that 3-headed monster?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to talk about the defense. And I think, we broadcast from every training camp practice, and every single day we've talked about how either the defense has dominated or the defense has won. Now, the caveat to that is the Bengals are kind of trying to change how they play offense, where Joe Burrow, they want him under center a little bit more. So they're doing a lot of things they typically haven't done. That said, Bengals defensive line, starting with Dexter Lawrence, is winning at the point of attack. One of the big questions about this team is the linebackers, because as active as they were in free agency and in making the Dexter Lawrence trade, they didn't change a thing at linebacker. They started 2 rookies last year. Those guys really struggled. Those guys, Demetrius Knight and Barrett Carter, I think Demetrius Knight in particular, look like they're reacting and not thinking out there. And, they've got a lot of parts in the secondary that I think are pretty interesting. And DJ Turner, who had a really good season last year. But I think the guy who has stood out to me on the defensive side of the ball, maybe more than anybody else, beyond Dexter Lawrence, is Boye Mafe, who they got from the Seattle Seahawks last year. You could tell this team put a premium on getting guys who had won before. Brian Cook, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Boye Mafe won a ring last year. I think he has been terrific. And look, this team is trying to replace Trey Hendrickson. They're also trying to boost a pass rush that, even when Trey was winning the NFL sack title, left a lot to be desired. Every single day, we talk about somebody else who feels like they are just winning at the point of attack on defense. The person that I've noticed more than anybody else has been Boye Mafe. And I think from an offensive perspective, there's 2 guys that I think are worth paying attention to. One of them is a Canadian, Chase Brown.
Yes.
Chase Brown last year was second in the team in receptions, had a terrific year. They're using him all over the place. I mean, the amount of motioning and shifting that you see from Chase Brown, what he's capable of doing, let's face it, he's a running back going into his contract year. There are very good and fun debates about whether or not the Bengals should extend him, franchise tag him, let it go, how replaceable he is. I think Chase Brown this year is going to prove that he's going to be really, really hard to replace. And I think the other name worth paying attention to is Colby Young, who's a wide receiver drafted out of Georgia. The number 3 wide receiver on this team is Andre Yoshivas, and everybody loves Andre, but he's a 6th-round pick out of Princeton from a few years ago. And I think they've gotten about as much out of him as they could have ever expected, but they want somebody who can gain a little bit more separation, because let's face it, when you're the 3rd wide receiver on the Bengals, you're going to get opportunities with Chase and Higgins, Chase Brown, Mike Gesicki. And so, can Colby Young kind of be that guy that gives them a better, more dangerous 3rd wide receiver? The other name to me, though, and this guy has emerged as my favorite player, is a guy by the name of Eric All. Eric All, in the NFL anymore, you find tight ends who are blocking tight ends, or they're tight ends with really good hands, or there's tight ends who can run a little bit. Eric All has every possible tool you could ever ask a tight end to have. Out of Iowa, drafted in 2024. And when he was a rookie, in a handful of games, he changed how they played. They put 2 tight ends on the field. They ran the football effectively. They threw it to him. And then he suffered a knee injury. And he also had a lot of knee injuries in college. And the knee injury that he suffered as a rookie required them to do 2 surgeries. One, to fix the injury that he had just had. The other, to fix the I hate to say botched surgery, but they had to go back and fix again the injury that he had at Iowa. So he didn't play at all last year. There's a lot of us who wondered, are we ever going to see Eric All play again? He's actually from this area. He has come back. He had a great offseason. He looks awesome in training camp. Man, if they can get that dude on the field, combined with all the other weapons they have, If Joe Burrow's healthy, I don't honestly know how you stop him.
Mo, in a league that goes through coaches so quickly, it's pretty impressive that Zach Taylor has been around as long as he had. Lost in the Super Bowl, lost in the AFC Championship game, has missed the playoffs the last 3 years, is 52-63-1 in his career. Is it? I mean, you guys, you said it, you're set up every single day at camp. I mean, this is what you guys talk about there. Is the seat hot, or do people just love him and they know that he's a good coach and eventually going to happen?
I don't hear you.
Oh,
you can hear me, but I can't hear you. I'm sure whatever you were saying was very nice about me in the city of Cincinnati, but I can't. I could just improv, but I can't hear you. I don't know where you guys went.
Just a sec.
Hold up a sign.
Hey, hang on one sec. Hang on one sec.
Hold up a sign. This is perfect. This is live.
You're good.
See, this is what I like about our medium. This isn't Zach Taylor. This is okay. So the sign said Zach Taylor. Huge year for him. You know, let's face it. When you're a head coach and you have Joe Burrow in his prime, and you don't go to the playoffs in any of the 3 most recent seasons, and you've had a chance to swap out your defensive coordinator and your offensive line coach, and the front office has been pretty aggressive in addressing the roster. If you don't make the postseason again, the axe is probably going to fall on you. Now, you know what I would say is if you're ever going to bet on the Bengals firing a coach, it's probably not the smartest bet because of their track record, right? Like they don't fire coaches like a lot of teams. Marvin Lewis was here for 16 years. But I do think there's a genuine sense of if they miss the postseason 4 consecutive years, that it's going to be really hard to justify bringing him back. Now, you know, the caveat to that is, what does Joe Burrow want? Because as we have seen in the past, when Joe Burrow says, I want this, they go get it for him. So if he were to come out and publicly say, if they let Zach Taylor go, I'm going to ask for a trade, Zach Taylor will be there.
Oh, now we lost him. What the heck? You know, if he reconnects, he might be able to hear us again.
I had a second solution if it didn't work out, but yeah, that was
well. Let's see if he.
I didn't mind the questions though in the paper. I think
that is a great idea.
Well, I was just like, what are we doing here? Let's see if he reconnects. He might just be sitting there talking to himself right now.
He's back.
Okay, he's back. Maybe he can hear us again with the reconnection. Let's see. Let's bring him back in. Can you hear us now?
Well, I'm back. Are we holding up more? Let's just do this for the next hour. I'll cancel everything. This will be a little fun game of charades. They do.
You can hear us again, though.
You can see and hear me. I can't see and hear you. This is great. This is good.
He still can't hear us.
I'm glad we don't do phone call interviews anymore. You know, phone worked for radio stations for 90 years. Now we got to do, and it rarely works. And
can you hear us now, Mo? Still can't hear us.
Okay.
Still can't hear us. All right. Well, that's okay. We're gonna let Mo go. Mo, we appreciate it, and we'll talk. We'll talk again in the future. There you go. What a beauty. All right, that's so weird that I don't know if we've ever got to a spot where they can't hear us, but we can hear them.
Credit
Usually
to Mo
it's the other way around
for keeping that.
Well, that's why Mo's a pro.
He's a one-man band here.
Mo's a pro. We got to get that guy on again during the season.
Yeah,
like when the Bengals play a Thursday nighter or something.
We'll make it up to him.
Because I wanted to get to this question too from Big Maple. And this kind of pissed me off because I wanted to get to this one. This was a fun one. Mo Ager question. He sent it in a question specifically for him. He says, would he rather have a lifetime supply of Skyline chili whenever he wants for as many people as he wants, or the Bengals make the Super Bowl every year, but they can never win it?
Damn it. What a disappointing question.
I know. And I think Mo would have had an incredible answer for that. DVD says, is this guy a Bengals insider or a comedian?
Yeah, well.
No, he's the best. That's why we like to have him on. I don't know if that's ever happened, why he could not hear us. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't mind the paper game, though.
Right away. Because I wanted to ask, like, how come it's not like across the league? People are like, Zach Taylor should be fired.
But just putting up the first last name, he knew where to go.
He knew where to go. Zach Taylor.
It's an interesting game. Yeah.
Well, Zach Taylor has missed the playoffs 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
After going, like, in most situations in the National Football League, If you have a team that goes 2-14, then 4-11, then 10-7, loses in the Super Bowl, then 12-4, first in the division, loses in the AFC Championship game to the Chiefs, and then goes 9-8, 9-8, 6-11, and misses the playoffs and finishes fourth, third, and third, that guy's fired.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty much like anywhere in the National Football League, that dude's fired. But he's not. So that's why I wanted to get into the Zach Taylor stuff a little bit, because I find that somewhat interesting.
You know, if Burrow didn't have that injury history, like if he's had a career that we go back and say, hey, he's been maybe missed a couple games here and there, maybe that's
but you're saying if he had been healthy for 3 straight years,
probably bought you a little time. Yeah, if he was, yeah.
You know what? It is interesting that Mo comes on and is raving about the defense. Considering forever it's been like, oh, the Bengals, they're the Argos.
You could tell
the Bengals are the Argos,
he wanted
right?
to stress that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
well, for you Bengals fans, it's got to be encouraging. Yeah,
that's kind of interesting. Oh, speaking of NFL news, if you're hoping to join Lieutenant Eric for Monday and Thursday night football this season, I have to tell you, you're going to be back at Selly's.
Whoa!
Every Monday and Thursday night. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Century
go.
Casino, Fort Road, Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge.
Carnival atmosphere.
Start planning your Mondays and Thursdays. Burlando, get the sweatshorts ready.
Normie.
Because it's going to be Monday and Thursday night football at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge.
Jay, Jocelyn. That guy that always shows up reading the books. The off-track betting. Staff.
You are where you're supposed to be, my man.
I tell you, yeah. Free heated underground parking when it gets a little chilly out as well. You got the smoked brisket cheesesteak, the burger. Oh my God, the burger. I got on the burger last year for the Monday night.
I'm already excited for the Super Bowl party.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. That's the capper to a great Monday, Thursday schedule. But yeah, this is great. Great news.
I emailed Jennifer at Century Casino like a couple of days ago. I said, hey, just circling back around. Football season's coming up. We'd love to party with you guys again. She emailed me back like an hour later. She goes, we would love to be working with you guys again. I was like, let's go.
Yeah. Jerseys up for grabs, scoreboard, the whole bit.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
And yes, Selly's does have a great fish supper, Klima's Lid. They do have a good, that fish there is real good.
You know what I would like to do? I would like to do an Elks watch party there for a game too, a road game.
Sure.
Maddie and Jay can do the show right there. With the way the Elks are playing right now, we get a big crowd out for that.
Yeah.
That could be a lot of fun. I have to look at the schedule and see what they got for road games left. But yeah, that would be that'd be pretty good. Anyway,
man, the way you sold that, I was getting a little worried there. I had no idea. I mean, I'm
a sneaky guy. I thought maybe you'd be like, what? But not the case, my man.
Okay,
back in the old stomping grounds. So what's the first? It'd be a Thursday nighter, right, to get us going?
Yeah, it should be here.
What's the first Thursday nighter of the season?
Rematch or something?
Usually a pretty like
Somebody's
a banger.
Going to have it before me here. Hold up. Preseason. Oh my God, this preseason. Hey,
too much.
Week 1 of 18, September 9.
Thursday night football.
That's September. That's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday they're starting.
So I won't be there.
Okay.
So the 10th will be the Thursday, and that'll be the 49ers and the Rams, September 10th.
Ooh, 49ers and Rams.
Not a bad one.
Great battle.
Not a bad one.
Great battle. Brock Purdy versus Matthew Stafford. Oh, God. Scott Thompson over in the chat on YouTube says, I'd like to reserve a table for the Super Bowl, please.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
It's actually not a bad idea.
It gets pretty packed.
That's a pretty awesome party. All right. So that's good news to end the 7 o'clock hour. Brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We've hit 14 in a row on Kind of Easy Trivia. Who would like to play today? Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's, title sponsor of the Estes. Up for grabs. You just need to get 3 of the 5 questions correct. The saying is true. Only an idiot can't win this. So if you want to play 780-218-9999, just text Benny right now. Let Benny know that you would like to play. Benny will choose one of you, and you will play Kind of Easy Trivia to wrap up the week, get yourself a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's, and take the streak to 15 even. 3 questions on the way as well. We do need one more question for 3 questions too many, so you can send that in. We'll get to the weekly bugle. Elks and Alouettes. And then Sobeys the Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Our partners at Alley Cat, Lachlan's coming in. He texted me at 7:20. And he said, hey, just want to make sure the address. I said, yeah. He goes, okay, I'll be there in 45 minutes. I said, well, you're not on for over an hour. But he likes to just hang out. So I have to unlock the door.
Please
for
bring
Lachlan,
some of that orange creamsicle beer. Please bring some of that.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I know they're bringing in the new. We already got a bunch of the ready to drinks, and we love them. So it's kind of just like a hang with a buddy today, which is kind of fun.
Well, you can't go wrong with
And
that.
then the wrap for William Huff all coming up as well. If you're listening over on 95.7, couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you are back with us. If you're on any of our online platforms, we do have a sports update with Lieutenant Eric. That sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Week 10 of the CFL kicks off last night from Toronto. The Argonauts playing their first home game in a long time, and they get the W, 33-30 over the Stampeders. Toronto now 4-4 in the season. The Stamps drop to 4-5. Week 10 continues tonight out in Regina. The 5-2 Riders welcome in the 0-7 Red Blacks. Kickoff 7 o'clock across the TSN network. The Elks, they're back on the field tomorrow afternoon when they visit the 7-1 Alouettes. Kickoff at 1. It's the first half of a Saturday doubleheader as Week 10 will conclude from BC. The 2-5 Lions hosting the 3-5 Tiger Cats at 5. Sticking with football, NFL preseason action got underway last night in the Hall of Fame game from Canton, Ohio. Carolina over Arizona 33-30. The preseason continues next Thursday with 6 games. Off the field, Jahmyr Gibbs becoming the NFL's highest paid running back. It's a 3-year, $75.75 million deal. $51.5 million of that deal guaranteed money. Jays dropping a frustrating 1 in 11 innings, 3-2 to the Cubs yesterday afternoon out at Wrigley. Jays now 3.5 games back of a wild card spot. They'll open a 3-game set in Philadelphia later tonight. First pitch 4:40. Jose Soriano mans the mound. Stingers bounced from the CEBL playoffs last night as they drop one out in Vancouver, 92-83 to the Bandits. Elsewhere, the Sea Bears over the Mamba, 99-88. Sea Bears will visit the Bandits tomorrow at 1:30. Leila Fernandez will face Mira Andreeva in round of 32 action later today at the National Bank Open from Montreal. Hlinka Gretzky semifinals set for this afternoon. 1 o'clock, USA battles Slovakia, while later at 5, it's Canada taking on Finland. Second round action from the Wyndham Championship is live this morning. Ben James still topping your leaderboard. He's sitting at 10 under. He's 2 under today through 5 for a 1-shot lead. Sports update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
The Nasty Bash was awesome, so let's remember it with this song. The EST on Corey B, tattoos still looking strong. 6:30 wasn't working, so old Smash said so long. AM Nasty C and Frazier yelling, turn your headlights on. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. No homology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone poured me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. 6 o'clockers right and left, let me pour it on your head. Moment we won't soon forget. Hey Norm, Fergie's backpacks let us in. Made the last table again, rode it out till 2 a.m. Oh Lord. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. No homology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone poured me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty.
808. It is the Nielson Show on a Friday morning. Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric, and Benny Thompson with you today. Thank you very much for being here. You can hammer the thumbs up if you're watching over on YouTube. You can tell your friends that they can watch the show. They can listen to the show on the radio, on the FM radio. And, of course, they can listen on TuneIn and iHeart, Edmonton Sports Talk all summer long, all day long, forever. All right, lots to get to. That was the Nasty Bash song from last year. Nasty Bash song for this year has been written and has been sent off for production, along with our Stan Bowman First 2 Years song, which I think people are also going to enjoy.
The Ballad of Stan Bowman.
A couple of bangers coming your way here in the month of August, which is always exciting. You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox.
The ring box, the bling box, the Paris Jewelers inbox.
Flexible payment options such as do not pay for 1 year. Shop in stores in Edmonton, West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center. And, of course, you can always purchase something online. That's their website, parisjewelers.com. They are Canadian, and they are family-owned. And, of course, the Nielsen Show today and every day brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Snag a new Train furnace right now, and you get 15% off any additional mechanical system if you do it at the same time. Toss in the air conditioner, the heat pump, the hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit wjsportstalk.com to book an estimate today. Shout out to Dennis and the team over at Weiss Johnson as well. They just signed on for another year of presenting the Nielsen Show too. Special 8 o'clock hour conch, because I don't care. My middle name is Trevor Texan. Says, boys, when are you previewing the world champion Seahawks? That would have to be an 8:30 segment. We might be able to get somebody.
We might be able to, as I've said, those West Coast teams with our show and how it's built and a little tough. The 9 o'clock hour was really when we had the 4-hour program.
Right,
that was the key.
True.
So I'll give it a shot, but no guarantees. Usually more East and Central.
Maybe we tell Maddie we got to bump the hangout an hour just for NFL previews on the Nielsen Show.
Yeah, 1 hour Seahawks.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes over. Probably not well. 8 o'clock hour brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Mention Edmonton Sports Talk. You get 5% off anything new or used. Don't miss their monthly online auctions either. That's the 5% is only in store on new or used, but not for the monthly online auctions. www.gdliquidators.com is where you can find those auctions. Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call. 780-447-2787. If you need it, they'll have it. Or visit them at 14510 124th Ave. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. The Weekly Bugle as we dive back into the Elks and Alouettes. And Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Lachlan from Alley Cat is coming in, and we're going to try their new ready to drink beverages.
Yep.
I got fooled by the casual water. I thought it was just like a new water that Alley Cat's done up.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll be diving into that a little bit later on today as well. We're going to start the hour with a little kind of easy trivia. If you missed it, kind of easy trivia is brought to you by Mr. Mike's, as are the 2026 Estes. A night to remember. September 15th, Tuesday, September 15th. Save the date. We are going to have a ticket announcement coming up next week. And then we're going to fill the Varscona Theater, and we're going to have a night to celebrate everything and everyone. The staff, all the listeners, everybody involved with Edmonton Sports Talk.
Overture, curtain lights. We still need that big cane for people who are a little too long-winded.
Just take them off. Yeah. I don't think Maddie announced it yesterday, but there's another big announcement for the Estes coming.
Did he announce that in-house here?
I got told about it yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get told about it yesterday?
I think I heard it.
About the guy? Yeah, me too. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to have your minds blown. So that's exciting. All right. Remember your best summer? Well, this one's about to top it. Welcome to Camp Mike's at Mr. Mike's. Mess hall, waffle fry nachos, campfire mojitos, and stories that get better every round. Camp Mike's. Come make it a summer to remember. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally. Enjoy casually. All right, Benny, who's playing today, buddy?
We got Gordo on the line.
Gordo's going to play today. We've hit 14 in a row. He'll make it 15. Needs to get 3 out of 5 correct. If he does, he wins. That's why it's called Kind of Easy Trivia. Gordo, you ready to roll, buddy?
Yeah, ready to go.
All right, here we go, Gordo. Benny will start the ticker after read the first question. Good luck. Which team won the CFL game last night?
That was pass.
What position does Vernon Adams play?
Receiver.
Who is the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals?
Joe Burrow.
Who do the Elks play tomorrow?
Alouettes.
True or false? The Elks already beat the Alouettes this season.
True.
And ensures you're on a sketchable erection.
My God,
dirty. This is not just a dream, it's a wet dream of orgasmic proportions.
Was that dirty?
Frustration sets in and the emotion goes out, and then you just start playing with yourself.
Was that dirty?
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
I had to save him a bit there.
One of those guys that's really glad football returned last night, hey? Sounds like it to me.
By the way, Bronco Nick texted in and says we got to 15 yesterday.
Sure.
So is this 16?
Yeah.
I mean, it probably keeps track better than I do.
Yeah, sure.
Let's say we're at 16. 16-0. Gordo, man, don't scare us like that.
Oh, you think this was like a performance? He was just kind of... He dropped the first two knowing that he'd probably get the next three. That's probably what it was.
You think
He's a
that's what it
showman.
was?
Yeah.
How do you not know that the Argos won last night when Eric's been saying it on the updates all morning?
Well, he's not listening to me.
That's
quite the tell, Gordo.
Brett Lachansky over on the chat says, if Dave was reading these questions, that was over. Does Dave read slower questions?
Yeah.
He also has very easy questions, right?
Yeah, it always depends, but I'd like to think that he was playing with us. Let's just go with that. He botched the first two to make it interesting and knew he'd get the final three to secure the dub.
Bronco Nick confirms that he played on Wednesday and he was number 14. So I guess Friday would be 16.
Sure.
We'll take your word. We'll take your word for it. You're a trustworthy fellow.
You can just say any number and we'll
lost track of the streak? You don't say. Gordo. Okay, Gordo, valid point.
Valid point.
Valid point, Gordo. We'll give you a break here, Gordo. Gordo texts in and says the FM show doesn't play the updates.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
True. That's true.
Fair enough, Gordo. Still pretty sad, but you got enough to get the job done.
Also, was I mentioning the update that Vernon Adams Jr. plays quarterback or receiver? I mean, that was a...
I think there was a stage early in the career where people were like, VA, are you going to be... You have to become a receiver.
He could do it, yeah. So maybe we give him a half point.
He got it done, though. We avoid disaster. Streak goes to 16. Yada, yada, yada. We can move on.
They don't ask how.
Well, we kind of ask how. We kind of ask how in this game.
In the moment, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In this game, you kind of ask how. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. Lieutenant Air, do you have a liner for the segment?
3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's not only going to be barbecuing out at Park Mazda when they have their big sale on, wearing an apron, or maybe no apron, or maybe nothing underneath the apron plus an apron, but he'll also be smoking a big fat cigar. Park Mazda dealer for life.
Selling cars and smoking cigars.
Yeah, he's got the sausages on there and the burgers and he's chewing on that thing. Eh? You can see it now.
What will it take for me to get you into that today? I'm Mitch Lewicki.
Flipping burgers like you're calling for it at the other end and he's flipping them all over the place.
Customer appreciation sale Saturday, August 22nd at Park Mazda. Up to $3,000 off select new Mazdas. Finance or lease them for as low as 0%, and then thousands off used vehicles, plus a free barbecue lunch. Enter to win a 4K TV, $1,000 cash, or Blackstone griddle and accessories. And you don't even need to buy a car to enter the draw to win the TV, the cash, or the Blackstone. You just need to show up and put your name in, have a bite to eat. If you buy a car, you get 25 extra entries into the draw, though. So that'll help as well. I saw a DVD text in today, said he was not NHL DVD, but nasty DVD. Yeah. He said he was on his way out to Park Mazda this morning.
Love it.
He's a good friend of Mitch, and he just like hangs out with him. He just pops in. All the staff's like,
Lucky.
oh, DVD's here again. He's the Godfather. He's like when the Godfather rolls in.
He takes his shoes off and goes in.
Pretty much. All right. We need one more question for 3 questions too many, so you can send that in. Let's get to question number 1. Do you guys think next week's attendance at Commonwealth is directly linked to tomorrow's game in Montreal?
Well, not directly.
Like, what if they get blown out? Does that mean 1,000 less people come to the game the next week? And what if they win? Does that mean 3,000 more people come to the game next week?
Okay, well, and I don't want to like stress over the point, but you have to remember that last week's game, They were coming off a win in Regina, playing a division rival in the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And who do they get coming back home? Oh, the Saskatchewan Roughriders again. Usually has a pretty good draw here. So all things considered, I don't know if you're looking off last week's attendance and saying like, oh, is it going to be however many less or however many more than that? I think you kind of have to do a bit of a clean slate. Now, you could probably arrive at a set number. Like, what would be a number? Regardless of the opponent right now, Elks are sitting at 6-2. What's a standard attendance number? Regardless of the opponent, just an average, where would you set that line at?
So this is at 6-2 where they're at right now.
6-2, and they're playing, they're coming back to play Toronto next week. So what?
Look, I mean, I think conservatively, you could say 20. Like, no matter what, you should have 20.
Yes.
I think it should be no matter what, you should have 23.
Yes.
But if you beat Montreal this week, and we're talking about it all next week, or all of a sudden you're going to go from 23 to 26.
If you beat Montreal, I'm expecting 25 plus.
Okay. What happens if they lose to Montreal?
Well,
in
again,
in a tight one. Why would that change anything? A tight loss to Montreal?
It shouldn't. And again, this is not. I don't even the spirit of the question. This is a good team right now. But good teams lose games. You're not going to go through the whole season. You could 2 losses, but that's not going to happen. And you're up against a real good team this week. So you have to know that, and you have to understand that. And you also have to understand that the Argos are coming in, a team that you don't look at them like you look at the Alouettes. The Argos are a team that the Elks this year should be beating. So I don't like the whole game by game, and it's like up and down. Like, this is a good team. Get out there and support them.
1 o'clock
Win, lose,
on a
rain or
Saturday.
shine. Yeah. Like it's,
the only thing I could see that could hurt attendance. I think a win over Montreal helps attendance.
Yes.
So I mean, I guess you could say it is directly linked.
I still don't think you're though then improving on what you saw last week necessarily.
Yeah.
Just given the opponent.
You're not improving on what? No, definitely.
it's-
I'm not expecting to be 34,000 there.
Right.
Like Clean lit over in the chat says 22K would be nice for the Argos. I think 22,000 with the Argos in town would be a pretty good number.
An Eastern opponent for sure.
But it does line up nicely though. Saturday afternoon, more families can be out. You don't have to worry about getting the kids home for bed. Like it's just hopefully the weather plays along.
That's a wild card.
Fingers crossed on that one. To me, if they beat first of all, if they get blown out by Montreal, sure, maybe that changes things, kills the vibe a little bit. But if they beat the Montreal Alouettes, I will be disappointed if there's not 25,000 there the next week.
As well,
I will.
And I understand the Argos aren't a good draw or whatever. That's fine. But this is just for this team. Again, you win tomorrow. I expect 25 plus. Not way over, but 25 or at.
Stub Rock over on the Nasty Chat. I think he texts in with a different handle. I'm pretty sure I saw that yesterday. Anyway, it says Argos Elks sneaky Grey Cup preview.
Yeah, sure.
I could see the Argos.
I could totally see the Argos with Chad Kelly.
Like Chad Kelly has a really good day. They could beat the Alouettes.
Yeah. And again, with the Alouettes sitting pretty as they will be all season long, like you could see a scenario in which, and we've seen it before with the Argonauts and Plucky going into the playoffs and just running shop. So,
question number 2. I know some of you have been asking for draft updates. We did post something on social media. Benny put it together today. Reed Wilkins. Let me see here. I think I retweeted it. You should be able to see it if you pop over there if you're looking for the draft results. Reed Wilkins won the death scene draft with 35% of the vote. I finished second at 33.6% of the vote. Benny was dead last at 13.4% of the vote. Will be relegated. And Quinn's relegation mark of 18.1% has screwed Lieutenant Eric. As Lieutenant Eric finishes with 18%, not the 18.1, and will be relegated because Quinn didn't just say you need 18% of the vote. She said for some reason you need 18.1% of the vote.
Yeah, and in her mind, the whole ball has to go over the goal line.
Yeah, not just a piece of it.
Yeah, which totally flies in the face of most traditional sporting rules. Hey,
so double relegation for the first time in draft history.
I'm crushed. What can I say?
Coob and Glue Guy likely up, which puts me in a tough spot going up against the whole Reed Wilkins show.
Yeah, but hey,
all by myself.
You got a guy on the outside now.
I have recruited a new member to my scouting staff.
The consultant.
Old LTE over here.
I will be biased in my analysis as well, if that's a duty that I do find myself in alongside Matthew Iwanek, if he'll have me.
Klima's Lid says, formal request for a 3-person panel. 3-person panel review to reinstate Lieutenant Eric for the next
it's all
draft.
good. It's fine. It's fine. I just like complaining about it. We don't need the ruling's been made.
I'm very sad that you won't be there. We've been through the whole draft. The draft started during COVID.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
We used to do them quite a bit.
Just have one before Christmas,
during the pandemic.
please. I don't want to miss out on the Christmas one. Like,
no, we're gonna do one in September.
Yeah, okay.
You do enjoy the Christmas draft.
Love me
the
the Christmas-
festivities.
Who doesn't?
The festivities.
Yeah.
It's such a good time. Anyway, question number 2. And send in a third question, 780-218-9999. Question number 2. Guys, I heard Reed suggest a draft of things we hate yesterday. What do you guys think of that? And what do you guys hate the most? We brought him on 2 guys yesterday to congratulate him. And he's like, him and Coob were talking. He goes, what about a draft of things you hate? And you have a category for like food and movies and TV and people and general things. Which sucks, because I think you'd be really good at a draft of things you hate.
Well, I know the next draft is going to be something I really like, as opposed to this one, which I didn't really have much time for. I like that. I think you could really.
What do you hate the most?
Really space it out with topics. What do I hate the most?
Like, is there a first round grade on mosquitoes?
Well, for sure.
Nobody likes mosquitoes.
I did a weekly rankings of power of bugs we hate a few weeks back.
Yeah.
I remember that, and
Like,
there's a lot to choose from there.
It's unanimous hate against mosquitoes.
Well, wasp. Actually, wasp makes a good.
Wasp is a good
at
follow-up,
this
too.
time of year. Mosquito, you're doing that in the summer.
We haven't
spring.
had a bad wasp problem this year. Previous years, I've had to have multiple bags hanging in trees
I
in the
have
yard.
one right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've seen like one wasp in the back.
Wasp problem.
No.
Undershed wasp problem.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna have to call.
Do what my dad does and just shoot it with a shotgun. Benny, what do you hate the most outside of going for 500?
Summer.
Being a little rusty and then not getting it.
No.
Number one overall.
Number one overall, summer. Yeah, I would lose that draft pretty quickly, I think. I don't know, honestly. I'm not a guy that hates a whole lot of things. Like for stuff that I hate, I kind of just block out my mind and kind of just go about my day. Like I don't know. Off the top of my head, I got nothing.
You hate.
I hate. Yeah,
I love a lot of things.
There you go.
I know. Yeah, it's tough to.
But what do I?
much like
hate's
the
a strong word. Hate's a strong word.
Yeah, hate is a strong
Prepping
word.
for this one's gonna make you all mad. You know,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah. Well, Reed suggested one category: a dead person you hate. I thought, God, we're kind of
dead?
beating a dead horse legitimately there. That's
Oh,
a tough one. Look at Big Uke supporting the commissioner over in the chat. I always knew Big Uke was a huge Commissioner Quinn
Is
guy.
he a bit of a suck here?
That's
Is
his
he-
new
yeah.
thing now. That's his new thing. He's very pro Commissioner Phillips.
It was quite clear it was 18.0 and lower get relegated. This will be the only time I defend the commish, he says. Well,
Poop Stains texts in and says, first overall, my ex-wife.
well,
That's
there'll be a lot of those jokes. Yeah.
There's ex-wives and ex-husband jokes. Yeah.
The mother-in-law.
Anyway, a draft of things you hate. Big G's already projecting that Zach will be relegated.
Well, he will be entertaining.
Waddy in Cloverdale is describing Benny as the Matt Murray of EST drafts. Comes in hot for a couple, then completely disappears.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Benny is the Matt Murray of EST drafts. That's pretty funny, actually. All right, 780-218-9999. Let's get to a third question. I thought we'd gloss over this today, but it came in super early. It was an Oilers question. I don't know if I can even find it. Person probably texted in again, but basically said, with the Oilers losing an assistant captain.
Losing
Losing an assistant captain.
Next?
Who's the next assistant captain? With Nurse now gone.
It's between two guys.
Who is it, Betty?
Zach Hyman or Matthias Ekholm.
I think I'd probably go Hyman.
Yeah.
Well,
it depends how they are on the ice and
I think there's not a lot separating those two guys in a conversation for.
I think they, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I think they want someone on the back end with a letter. And
that makes sense. Then that would automatically be Ekholm.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad. Library Pat texts in and says, YouTube Trev needs to be in a hate draft. Someone is literally making a list of things that Trev hates.
True.
That's true. That's Rip City Step.
Yeah, right.
True.
He could just go off the list.
I'm pretty sure
Step's done all the work.
Step is tracking. Isn't he like over 20 things that Trev hates?
So, yeah. Very opinionated guy.
Step.
No,
Oh. Yeah, there it was. Big G. It was Big G who texted in. Who will be the Oilers' new assistant captain? Ekholm or Bush or Murphy or someone else? Definitely not. I don't think they're going to put an A on Bush. Yeah. Ekholm. Ekholm's probably the front runner. Moonwatcher texts in and says the Flames have to get a first-round grade to get tons of votes. Okay? Of things you hate.
You can play to the audience.
There could be athletes you hate and all that stuff. Yeah.
LeBron James will probably get drafted by somebody, right? Like you. I know you'd probably draft Michael Jordan.
I wouldn't because I'm trying to win the draft. I'm not putting together a list of things I hate. I'm putting oh God, can you imagine the plot twist where I draft LeBron just for the votes?
That's what right?
I think I'd vote for you. Like just cause like it was just you're doing it for the votes. Like you got
it's not what you hate.
Yeah.
It's what people hate. And a lot of people hate LeBron James because he's very successful.
Oh, see, this is why this is gonna be. That'd be a weird draft,
guys. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I could bring to do it even for the draft win. God, but you're right. That's a good pick. It's a good pick. It's completely, ridiculous. But it's a good pick.
I mean, if you want to go to the crowd, Canucks fans.
Canucks fans.
You could really butter up your list.
Yeah.
With a lot of, There's a lot of.
There's a lot of that. Like there is a path to massaging an Edmonton victory here.
Yeah. You'll lose
If that's the one to go, we don't have to go with that one. We got Dr. Draft in the hopper. Still don't mind Dr. Draft. Hey, I select Dr. Evil.
Dr. Feelgood. Hey.
Oh, Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
That's a good one. There's a bunch of different drafts we could do, but it'll be discussed. But that's one that popped up.
Quinn says Dustin's draft is going to be all food.
That's true. But if so let's say I take vegetables,
then they're all off the board.
Trying new foods. That's not going to help my vote.
No,
right? You got to take things that are
like trying new foods,
universally hated. Right? That's
why making your own list and drafting your own team is not even going to be your own team. Really,
not in this one.
Not for you too.
Not in this one.
You have a unique list of,
and nobody would know that my list was the one that had LeBron James on it. They'd just be like, "Oh, I'm going to stick it to Dusty. I'm going to take this LeBron James team. I'm going to get 60% of the vote." You know, the last
but
time
can you do it?
You know, the only time anybody's ever got 60% of the vote in one of these drafts was me, and I did have LeBron James on my team, and it was the GOAT draft. So. Take that, everybody. Dex texts in and says, Tom Pody. Poor Tom Pody. It's already dead.
You should almost have a former Oilers category in that draft if you're going to do it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
That's a good category.
Not current, but former.
Just Oiler. There's an Oiler category.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's a good one, too. All right, we got a sports update coming up. If you're over on 95.7, couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update, then you're back with us. We've got the Weekly Bugle. We're going to dive into the Elks and Alouettes. Then we're going to slide Lachlan from Alley Cat in here. He'll join us, and we'll have Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, and then, of course, the wrap for William Huff. We got an update with LTE right now. Listen up, Gordo.
Chad Kelly returning behind center for the Argonauts, leading them to a 33-30 victory over the Stampeders. Toronto now 4-4. The loss drops Calgary to 4-5. Week 10 continues tonight. The 5-2 Riders hosting the 0-7 Red Blacks. Kickoff at 7. Elks, they look to get back in the win column tomorrow afternoon. They're in Montreal to battle the Alouettes at 1 o'clock. You can join Maddie and Reed Wilkins for the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show tomorrow at noon here on EST. It's the first half of a Saturday doubleheader as the Tiger Cats visit the Lions at 5 o'clock. Jahmyr Gibbs is becoming the NFL's highest paid running back. It's a 3-year, $75.75 million deal. NFL preseason opened last night with the Hall of Fame game. Panthers over the Cardinals 33-30. Preseason schedule picks up again next Thursday with 6 games. Toronto Blue Jays dropping a frustrating one at Wrigley yesterday. In 11 innings, they fall 3-2 to the Cubbies. Jays will visit the Phillies to open a 3-game series tonight. 4:40 first pitch. Jose Soriano gets the start. Toronto enter play 3.5 games back of a wild card spot. Edmonton Stingers season ending last night in the playoffs as they fall 92-83 to the Bandits. Elsewhere, the Sea Bears defeated the Mamba 99-88. Winnipeg will visit Vancouver tomorrow in the West Conference Finals at 1:30. Leila Fernandez will take to the court in round of 32 action later today at the National Bank Open for Montreal. Second round action from Sedgwick Country Club in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the Wyndham Championship is live this morning. Taking a quick look at your leaderboard through 7. Ben James is 3 under par today for a total 11 under in a 2-shot lead. And the Hlinka Gretzky semifinal portion of the tournament kicks off this afternoon at 1. USA take on Slovakia later today at 5. It's Canada up against Finland. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week up next as Hour 3 continues here on The Nielson Show.
All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. We win the championship and plan a parade. Step out on the court and it's over quick. All aces, the GOAT like Djokovic. You're at the three-point line, no time, bring help. Calm under pressure, you get overwhelmed. It's all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. It's all gas, no brakes. We win the championship and plan a parade.
Let's kick it off, gotta cheer for your team. The city of champs win the gold and the green. Ice in my veins and the turf on my feet. Keeping it up on the waves and the streams. Dusty, Trevin, LTE, Tommy G, Matty I, Jay and Jasmine. After that it's 1-3. We got the smoker cooking up with the Latino heat. 3-6 on a drive, you know we score when we go live. It's Reed Wilkins and J Mill to glue the scenes. Man, really, it's a dream. It's just been a year, but it's clear no one else got us beat. Our own beer and our own booze, and now this. Man, really, it's hard to believe. Great host, better guess, all work, no breaks, no rest. Get the check, hit the mark, no mistakes. We the GOAT like LeBron James or MJ. Anyways, here's to you. You the nasties through and through. Couldn't do this without you, and it's true. Man, here's to year 2.
Here's to year 2. Here's to year 2. Couldn't do it without you.
8:36 on The Nielson Show. That is Josh Clausen and our very own Ice Cube with All Gas, No Brakes, performed live at an Estes event. The 2026 Estes. Save the date, Tuesday, September 15th. What do you call it? A night to remember? Is that what?
You could.
I guess you could.
Yeah.
I thought there was another thing.
Or not to remember, given the after party. For some of you,
depending on the after party.
How you choose to spend
After
your-
party's a great time until
Yeah.
your parents try to make you go home.
I'm not going. What did you
I'm
do?
not effing leaving. It made the next morning interesting.
Yeah, well,
I'll
that's
tell you that.
Yeah. You can stay for the big dogs. Yeah.
All right, so let's dive into your weekly bugle. Then we've got Lachlan from Alleycat, who comes bearing gifts. You should see all the booze he brought.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the fridge is gonna be fully stocked for the rest of August, boys.
Move over pizzas.
The weekly bugle is brought to you by the Elks. Kick off the second half of the season with a 5-game ticket pack. Get a $25 voucher. Get your half-season pass today at goelks.com/tickets. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year. So you can get your second half season pass right now. They're buzzing. It's a good vibe in the city. 5 games left. Go and grab it right now. goelks.com/tickets. Oh, that was weak.
I just look in your eyes now.
I don't got the breath today. What's going on here? Am I blowing in the right end?
Yeah. Maybe the spit valve needs releasing. There you go.
There you go. That's better. That's better than this official elk collar thing. I don't know what was going on there. That wasn't working today. All right, so I saw a couple of interesting notes on the Elks for this game against. First of all, we had Sean Campbell on earlier today.
Outstanding.
Montreal Alouettes are missing 4 defensive starters, so that's pretty significant. I was diving through some game notes for the Elks. This is this is an insane stat to me. The Elks defense has had an interception to start the second half in 4 consecutive games. Like the first drive that the other team, the first drive that the other team has had to start the second half has ended in an interception in 4 consecutive games. I'm reading through a bunch of notes. There's a bunch of notes in here. Like Blanchard's made 10 in a row, and Cody Fajardo has passed for a TD in 10 consecutive games. His personal best is 16. And then that one popped up. I'm like, what? The Elks defense has had an interception to start the second half in 4 consecutive games.
Can they stretch that to 5 with the final boss in Davis Alexander, right?
It is final boss.
You bested
You're right.
Harris twice in a row. You had the Lions and the Red Blacks there, but that's an interesting number. That's Swain-esque.
That is very much a Swain. It's from Brian Desjardins.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
he's a Swain guy. He's a Swain guy. Like, but that has to be. I don't know if anybody would track this.
That's a cool number.
But that's got to be like the first time in CFL history that a team has started 4 consecutive halves by picking off the other team. The Elks have also won 8 consecutive games when Justin Rankin rushes for 100 or more yards. I think he's only done that once in his last 5 games, but he did do it against Montreal earlier in the season.
A healthier Montreal and ate them up.
Yeah. So they've won 8 in a row when Justin Rankin rushes for 100-plus yards. So you know what that means to me? Give him the ball on the ground at least 15 times. Enough of these 7 and 8 carry games. It's Justin Rankin. If it hasn't been working through the first 7 or 8 carries, give him 5 more. Let's see where it goes.
I think you don't mind the odd Fajardo pop game, but success long-term with this team will flow through Rankin. It has to.
$780-218-9999. Edmonton looks to go out and, I'll just say it, stun the Alouettes tomorrow afternoon.
I wouldn't be stunned.
You wouldn't be stunned? I think the Alouettes would be stunned.
The Alouettes might be stunned.
Jason Moss. Jason Moss Jason Moss isn't losing twice to the Elks in one season.
Gatorade jugs. Like
you
get him.
I know it sounds like so simple, but I just see Jason Moss willing his team to a victory as a head coach. Not that Killam can't either, but
no.
I think I'd say the same thing about whichever one of these guys had lost the first game.
I'd be more scared of Jason Moss as a player.
Well, yeah, I think I'd
no
probably
offense to Mark Killam, but
look, if Mark Killam wants to be scary, he can be scary too.
Sure. But Jason Moss is he's cut from a different cloth.
You know what though? We chat with him in production meetings and stuff. Awesome dude.
Oh no, yeah,
awesome dude. But just like, and he's dialed it back a bit. When he was head coach here, he was full blown. He was a psycho.
Yeah,
and that's why it didn't work. Like now he's kind of got it dialed in, and he's arguably the best coach in the entire league.
Just some of this. Didn't he run from somewhere? Like
there was one game he was so frustrated with that after the game he ran all the way home to Sherwood Park.
just forced it. Yeah,
he's just like, that's it. I'm running home.
Raw dogging a flight, like just kind of like it's just he
just ran home.
Like it didn't even address the team. Straight out the stadium.
There goes Jason Moss.
He's out of here.
Game over. Runs up the stairs. Straight back to Sherwood Park. You see, the guy's an all-timer.
Yeah.
But I worry. I think he'll have those guys ready to go. When we were talking to him last week, he would totally agree with what we were kind of saying. Luke and I were chatting with him. We're like, you're off to a really good start this season, but do you feel like you're actually playing like really good football? And he's like, no, I agree with you guys. Like we've not hit anywhere close to where we're going to be yet.
Yeah, and that's why I think the complacency thing won't set in with them, especially given the nature of the division as it stands right now. Like they're not scared of anybody in there. Toronto's not going to catch them. Toronto's got second place if they want it, I think, and that's all fine and dandy. But
all right, 780-218-9999. Let's wrap up with this, then we'll get to beer of the week. Rod Z over on the chat says, bet against Jason Moss revenging a loss versus opponents as a favorite. Moss's record as a coach of Montreal, 0-6 in games avenging a loss.
Montreal doesn't revenge
as
SHFD.
A favorite. That's interesting. I think I'm going to go against the trend, but if they do lose, Montreal does lose, I'll give Rod Z all that credit. All right, let's hit the music, Benny. Let's go with beer of the week here. Let's do it. 7:33 on the Nielson Show. And you know what that music means? That means it's time for Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. And you know what that means? That means we've got a gift certificate to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor that is up for grabs. And you know what that means? That means you have to text in Beer Me to 780-218-9999. I love seeing this 6 o'clocker lager sitting on the table. Lachlan from Alouettes with us. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing great.
Good to see you again.
Good to be back.
You still churning out these 6 o'clockers or what?
Yeah, churning them out, man. It's still doing well for us, and just happy to keep drinking them myself as well.
Yeah, they're so damn smooth.
Selfishly,
I think all three of us are just eyeing this thing up and being like, oh, who's gonna get that?
Well, I had to bring it because I was like, you got to do it. I mean, we talk about it every time I'm on here, but it's been a great partnership, and the beer's so good. So I figured might as well get to crack one open. So I feel like you get the honors.
Oh my god! I'm here on a Friday. I will do that gladly. So we were at the Riverhawks final game of the year, and 6 o'clocker lagers were everywhere.
Yeah,
it was insane. I thought I had died and gone to heaven, and then in heaven I went to a Riverhawks game, and everybody was drinking 6 o'clockers. It was incredible.
Speaking of everywhere, I've seen these cans though. Every event that I've seen on social media,
the new cans,
yeah,
like these, I've seen them everywhere.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. We brought them out. So kind of the theme behind a lot of our beer art is basically nature scenes in Alberta and Canada. So what I wanted to do is kind of when we were designing this, I was like, well, let's go the other way. Let's do like the urban aspect of the art. So we have boxes for all these, and on the box we got local artists to do a graffiti paddle on each box. So it's a good way to kind of represent the community. And we want them to be bold and loud, so I think it showcases.
Well, mission accomplished for sure. Yeah. So the first time I had one of these was at the Capital Care Foundation golf tournament, and you guys had like a tub up on the patio. And one of your girls came over and dropped off this casual water. And I was doing the show, and I wasn't paying attention, and I just saw casual water. And on the show, I'm like, oh, Alley Cat's got like a water now that you can get. So I popped it open, I tried it, and I was like, man, that's the best water I've ever had. And then I looked, and I was like, oh, it's a vodka beverage. So you guys have been crushing out beers. You're always got new stuff coming out all the time.
Yeah.
The decision to get into the RTDs, and how's it been for you, and where does it go from here?
It's been good. I mean, it's honestly brand spanking new for us. So Sobeys has actually basically got they're going to be the first ones to carry it exclusively retail throughout Alberta.
Are they there yet, or they're still coming?
They're there now.
Okay,
so
they're
basically
now. Okay.
it's on sale for $9.99 for the next week. But yeah, the decision we had a seltzer line before, and it just wasn't working for us. And in basically the soft launch that we've done for this in the month, we outsold our seltzer brand that we had for 3 years. So
no way.
I would say it's doing pretty well. And but yeah, it's really brand new for us. So it's just going to be in Sobeys, and we have it at golf courses and stuff like that. So kind of the segue to that, you were talking about the casual water.
Yeah.
So if anybody golfs here, this is basically a water hazard cocktail.
Carpenter Corey texts in and says, them casual waters are dangerous on the golf course.
Yeah, so that's basically what we designed them after. Is basically we took a water hazard cocktail and redesigned it our own way. Basically made our own version of what you'd like, a mix of a blue hydration drink, so blue Gatorade. Then you have like lemonade, Sprite, and vodka. So it's got that nice, just smooth, easy crushability. It's not really, it's not like carbonated.
Should we start with this one then?
Let's
dive into the casual water. You just have, these are the three, right? You got the
these
three.
are the three. And all of them are available.
Okay, at Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. James texts in. This happens every time we have Lachlan here. Who is this guy? He sounds like Patrick Mahomes. Every single time. Cheers, man. Here's to trying something new with Alley Cat. This looks delicious.
There we go.
My God. Like, that is... It doesn't taste like alcohol in any fashion.
No,
not a hint.
That's like a magic trick to me. I don't know how you can do that.
That's what it's good for your morning beverage.
5% vodka beverage.
Hydrate you up.
Hydrate you up, exactly. 8 in the morning, 5 in the morning,
that is so good. All right, then you've also got, this one ties in nicely because Apricot's such a popular beer for you guys, right? Like,
so basically what we did is we took the same natural extracts and puree that we use in our apricot beer, and then what we do is we use that for the flavoring of the RTD, the vodka beverage. So it's going to be basically like it's the color of kind of a seltzer, but it's going to have a little bit more sweetness and then have that kind of nice apricot flavor to it without being super overwhelming. And then we kind of wanted to do an ode to the beer. obviously, so we use some of the artwork.
That's why the can looks very familiar type of
I
thing.
have
yeah.
had a couple people order it and then be like, "Oh, this isn't the beer," and I'm like, "Yeah, it does. It
gotta agree
does say
then.
vodka beverage on it," but I understand the confusion. So
Somebody said, "What? No taster glasses? They right out of the can." That's
I wanted
because
to
that's how you
full
drink
can.
these things, right?
Yeah,
You show off
that-
the full cans.
Exactly. I just wanted to
crush
show off
these
the full
things.
cans. Normally we would have taster glasses,
Yeah.
but for beer. But I figured I wanted to show the can to you.
Yeah,
guys.
no, this is good. All right, so let's dive
let's
into the apricot.
And I want to make these guys drink 3 full cans in 10 minutes.
Well,
I'm
but
just
they're
kidding.
taller, skinnier cans.
Yeah,
right?
right.
So-
It's
All
about
right.
the same as a taster, right?
Yeah, all right,
No,
let's
I'm
go.
just
Cheers
kidding.
to the Elks picking up a
Yeah,
dub
you
tomorrow
betcha.
in Montreal.
There you go.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, so that one's gonna have a little bit more of a punch to it. A little bit more of like kind of some citrus notes to it.
Yeah.
but it's good. It's still light, super crushable, and probably my favorite of them.
That's the thing.
So-
I mean, as far as crushables go, these things are all. Yeah, like you're taking a cab home from the golf course if you're diving into these bad boys.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. All right, and what's I don't know if I've tried the lemonade one.
Yeah, so this one, I mean, most people know what a pink lemonade is. It's going to be basically a raspberry lemonade, so it's just kind of our take on that. So again, we use all natural flavoring, and to get basically our like a classic pink lemonade. So
All right,
dive in.
Let's dive into this one too. Let's do a cheers to
do a
Benny,
cheers.
who's sitting over there being like,
Yeah,
"Oh, let's
well.
go." And it was a rough week for Benny Thompson, but we still love you, Benny. You did a great job here filling in for Trev.
Dibs on leftovers.
All right, yeah, for sure.
Last time I was here, you told me you'd never tried a grapefruit before, so hopefully you've had a raspberry in your childhood. I was gonna say, you must have been lucky. You've had a couple of raspberries.
This
in your
this thing's really good too.
Yeah.
Oh man, well done on all of these, man. Like,
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I still think I like the casual water the best.
That's kind of what I was expecting. It's funny so far. It's kind of been a mix. It's been all over the place. The tap room, we're selling the most of the pink lemonade, but golf courses, obviously, the casual waters.
They're just crushing these casual waters, yeah.
At liquor stores, the apricots seem to be the
Probably do a
Really?
little combo with
All
some of
three
them.
different ways.
You could kind of maybe
Yeah,
mix
you
and
can-
match
yeah,
it.
you can-
Water's a
exactly.
good base, and then
Let's
you
see.
could, you know.
Yeah, let's try it out right now. Here we go.
Swish it up. Yeah.
Oh, may I suggest a blue lemonade?
There you go.
That's very good. That is very good. All
You
right.
got an idea for me?
Well-
I'll take it back to the drawing.
Well,
take it to
no,
the
here's
office.
I've already said this. I was emailing with Cam
Yeah.
after I tried this for the first time, and because the 6 o'clocker lager's done so well, I was like, we got to team up with something else. And my suggestion was the EST, and it's like a hard,
I get
a
it.
hard, a
Yeah.
hard
Oh
tea.
man, we don't
Like, that's
we
not
don't
bad.
have-
Do you guys
that's
have?
good.
Do you guys have a
We
tea?
don't have a tea right now.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna get
I
there
mean,
eventually.
it's,
It works out really well with us. We sell 1 million of them. The EST.
Yeah, well, it
name.
works perfect. The name,
Yeah.
just the name sells itself right there.
Yeah. So there you go. Keep that. Get that cooking.
I'll get that cooking.
And
Of course.
maybe that's like a next spring thing. We launch the EST.
You know, I want another drink, so let's do one more cheers.
Yeah, one more
to our
cheers.
partnership, and you guys
Yes,
having
of
me
course,
on.
definitely, man. Great seeing you again.
It's great being here.
How's your summer been otherwise? Like, what are you getting up to? Busy or what?
Yeah, I'm busy mostly work. I mean, it's like I said, it's golf course season too, so we're out doing events. We were at the Great Outdoor Comedy Festival.
You guys are everywhere.
So yeah, Sarah, my colleague's done an absolute great job at just getting us into a ton of events. We're doing stuff. I'll be back in Calgary for the comedy festival.
Okay, for comedy
in
festival
a few
down
weeks.
there.
Yeah. So we're actually giving away some tickets at Sobeys as well with the beers that Pierce did last time.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
So if you guys are there, scan the QR code and you get a chance to win tickets to the Calgary Great Outdoor Comedy Festival, and the Edmonton one just passed.
What's the availability or access for us to that gigantic 6 o'clocker lager blow up?
The actual blow up can.
Yeah.
I feel you just come and just take it.
Yes.
In the office.
We gotta have like that's gotta be
We'll do a takeover
at the golf tournament next year. So everybody can get pictures
Yeah,
with it.
100%.
Yeah, whenever I saw
Yeah.
that, I saw it pop up at the Comedy Fest, right? I'm like, damn it, man, I've never touched this thing. I've never seen this.
I'm not gonna lie. When the first time I saw it, I wanted to run and just tackle it, but
Yeah,
I
it
don't
does,
think
So
it
how
just
big
feels like
is
it'd be
how
nice.
big is that thing?
I mean, we're looking like it's got to be at least 10 feet, 10, 12 feet.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So I don't know if I could take it down. I'm a pretty big guy, but I feel like
I'd like to try. Yeah.
I'd like to try.
You
I've
never
always
know
wanted
if
to.
you don't try.
I might get in some trouble, but Sarah might, but I feel like it's just worth a shot.
All right, man. Well, thanks for popping by. Let you slide out. Think
Always.
about the EST.
Oh, you guys are
Because
great.
I think that would blow up. I think that would be good.
We got stuff cooking.
Yeah, we got stuff cooking. We always got stuff cooking with our partners over at Alley Cat. And if you have not tried these RTDs yet, the ready to drinks, the casual water, the apricot, you can't miss the cans. I don't want to say it's just like I don't know how much a can impacts things, but you see these things off the shelf
They pop.
and they pop.
They pop. Even at events, as I'm saying, you on social media, you see that you can pick them out. It's very easy.
You know what happened?
I like the black top too. It's a very
it looks
got a good edge to it.
It's like fancy.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going on Sunday? I'm going camping. And I will be taking.
You need a little water when you go camping.
I'm not going to take it. Those are for staff.
Those are for Will.
I'm not, yeah. Those are for Will and the Godfather when he comes in. But I will be loading up on these into like we're going camping with a couple of families and the husbands listen to the show. So boys, I'm bringing the Alley Cat RTDs.
Yeah.
These are
You want to slide on
these
his
are
fader
really
for
good.
me?
Look at this. This one's not even open yet, buddy.
Oh, sweet.
Get over here.
Slide down his fader.
Slide on his fader.
Get over here. That's it's slide down his fader. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's my bad. Well, that was fun. Man, I miss.
Cheers to you, Benny.
I miss Friday shows, man. Can we just get to the Grey Cup already and then settle back in? You guys are lucky to do Friday shows.
Well, at least you got Alley Cat in here. It was a good hit.
What are
Like
the
you-
odds that the 1 week I get to be here during the CFL season, our partners at Alley Cat are on Beer of the Week, and they bring the 6 o'clock lager. If you haven't had this yet, how good is that, Benny? Don't you have a going away party tonight?
I do.
This guy's a stud muffin with the new RTDs.
Prime rib.
I'm going from prime rib to casual water the next morning.
He's a prime rib boy. All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done at williamhuff.com. All right, what did we learn on the show today? What do we got?
Well, the Alouettes D is banged up, which is
I don't know how I didn't know that. Like when Sean said that, I was like, wait a second.
That's why we had him on. I mean, that's good.
I
It was
know
great
I know
insight.
Canton Arcu got banged up last game because I was doing it
Yeah.
and he got hurt. But I didn't know they were missing that many guys.
And even guys that he mentioned could play. I mean, they're still banged up. So that's you got to feel good from an Elks point of view going into that, especially with what Rankin did earlier in the season.
Benny, what'd you learn today, buddy?
I like casual water from Alley Cat.
Right? Is that not a delicious drink?
Yeah, this is good.
I don't know. Like, I think if you were to drink, which one? This one's mine, I think. If you were to drink, like, if you just pick up a 4-pack, drink 4 of these, you're
you'll
feeling
be feeling good.
You're feeling
Yeah,
pretty
5%.
good.
How about this? How about I test it?
Yeah, drink 4.
Okay.
But you could. The thing is, with this, you could drink 4 of these in 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, yes. I can see how like when you pick this up, like it was like it's kind of like a flavored water.
That's
in a way.
what I. When I tasted it, I was like,
sneaky.
oh,
It's
that's a
sneaky.
really good flavored water. Alley Cat has done it again. Here's what I learned on the show today. I think Alley Cat's on board with the EST.
Yeah,
it just makes too much sense. Pick up an EST and it's like a hard iced tea.
Yeah, and then you also get a complimentary Gulf tea alongside of it taped.
That's a great idea. That is a great idea. Yeah. So hopefully, maybe we can do something. By next spring, we'll be rolling out the 6 o'clock
That's a
loggers
no-brainer.
and
That's-
the EST.
yeah,
The
that's-
EST just it's
Can't
makes
believe it's
too
taken
much
us
sense.
this long. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I email. So I see these things blowing up, and I emailed Cam and Alley Cat. I said, man, we got to do one of these with you guys. And he's like, well, we got these 3, and we might have more coming. And he goes, we got some other ideas. And then I was like, well, and he mentioned, he goes, we might do a tea at some point. And I replied right away. I was like, dude, EST, let's make it happen. So if I had to look into the future, I'd say 12 months from now, we're sitting here with an EST that's been selling insanely successfully for about 3 to 4 months. That's the plan. So we'll see. Let's get to your sound of the day today. Where do we go for sound of the day, boys? What do we get into here? Sound of the day today.
Well, I mean, look, you started the show this morning unloading a few clips.
I did.
Is there a clip?
You want to hit Moni again?
No, I'm just saying it's a Friday show. Is there anything from like the way back vault that maybe we haven't heard so often?
The way back
before
vault.
that you see on there? I mean, you got a lot of hotkeys there.
My
Is there something
God,
you wanna
yeah.
take for a walk here because. I mean, the
know.
Huss Data Munch, I haven't heard that in a
That was a fun one. This was a good one.
Like, oh, Data Muncher? Nom, 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 nom.
This was a good one. Oh, this one right here.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life.
I always like this one.
But that was
Here, this will be your. Well, I hate this today too.
And poor Brucey sitting in the corner just saying, somebody loved me.
Anytime you need a sound of the day, Brucey.
And poor Brucey sitting in the corner just saying, somebody loved me.
I also hit this one on the 6 o'clock open too.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
For Friday.
Yeah, because I was back on a Friday. I won't be here for the next few Fridays. But when I come back, we'll have Alley Cat again. And that might be the best thing.
This is your vacation show from CFL.
It is.
Happy day off.
This is technically my weekend off. Yeah. All right, so let's get to your text of the day today. I got a few who were shortlisted here. There's a lot of good text today. It was a really strong Friday text day.
You don't say.
There was a bunch of... Actually, this was... Colin the Amishman. It's not going to win. There were better ones, but he goes, Alley Cat on the one Friday Dusty is here? You don't say.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I do think there was one that made us all laugh a little bit earlier on. You'll go to the mix for text of the year. Come September, text of the day will have a prizing element to it again. Waddy in Cloverdale is going to win text of the day today. Benny is the Matt Murray of EST Drafts.
That was really good.
That's very strong.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's straight up text of the year strong, but it could be. We'd have to go back through them all because you're tracking them all, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Benny is the Matt Murray of EST Drafts is pretty strong.
Pretty good.
That's good.
2 cups disappear.
All right, what do we got coming up over on 95.7? Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away. They go, give it away, give it away, give it away now.
That's it.
That's coming up.
That's the whole.
That's the song. Benny, good job this week, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job filling in for YouTube traffic. I'm sorry about how horrible of a week it was for you, but
it's okay.
You did a great job.
He's
and your
having
dad
fun.
your dad's on the hangout with you today.
Dad, J Mill, Manawanek, and myself.
Oh man, what a crew.
Yes.
There's gonna be a lot of draft discussion there, I think.
Oh, probably.
All right, for Benny Thompson and Lieutenant Eric, I am Dustin Nielson. Hey everybody, thanks for having me here on a Friday.
Come back anytime.
Felt like Dave Jamieson today. Take it easy.